What I'm trying to say in the final analysis, once we take control of ourselves, we have to stop being imitators and be innovators. We realize we've got a continent 12 million square miles. Wherever our bodies are on the face of this earth, our cultural and political heartbeat is in Africa. Whether you ever go to Africa or not, that is your home, that is the home of your spirit, and that is the heart and meaning and definition of your commitment. And none of us, any place in the world, will be free until that continent is free.
The Mossy Warrior Clan was created because myself and others like Brother Nahisi saw a need for a young African group to analyze information concerning the African phenomenon with no bias, with rigor, and with scholarship. We created the Mossy Warrior Clan for the purpose of being an expert research team, of being a team that produced products, a team that was capable of producing products for African people globally to dispel myths, rumors, and provide them with accurate scholarship.
Sutek tried to line it up, and he was like, I don't debate y'all. Y'all too disrespectful. Aboriginal Power won't even debate Sean because he too disrespectful.
He is though. No, he really is though. I can't really like you, bro. You cool. Not a coincidence. I actually chop it over cuz. But niggas that come off too heated and disrespectful, like I said, I'll debate you, bro. But we gotta get in the ring first. If you want to be disrespectful like that, at least disrespect me in the ring, bro. Let's start now, bro. Can you disrespect me in a cage, bro? Like, I'd rather just do that. Then we go straight from the cage. I mean, put your ice on the way to the motherfucking computer, and we'll debate directly after that, nigga. Shit.
That's why I don't even do fucking with the nigga and shit. You feel me? Like, it's like, wait, bro, talk like that. We gotta get face to face with you to talk to you like that, my nigga.
Yeah, Peanut. You feel me? That's the truth. Go ahead, I got my brother already. Peanut, what's the word, my brother?
Yeah, I appreciate you, man, but Lucky, let me say this, man. First of all, I'm an older brother. I'm young in spirit because I stay in shape. But I'm older. I deserve respect. Don't lie on me. You're not going to get nowhere lying because that's what's going to make you fall face first. Second of all, I'm well known in the Pan-African community. I'm not nobody new. You're younger than me. You don't know this. I didn't put in work and expose Rob Bourne, Sutek, any of them people over there. They know it deep down inside. And I'm gonna be long-winded. I'm a Moorish American. I already had back and forth with them dude. They erased videos. I'm not running from anybody. Don't ever say that stupid shit again. Third, and last but not least, I'm not losing no debate to no Pan-African. So don't ever say that shit again, famo. And that's it. Appreciate y'all, man.
You heard it. If Sean P want to debate, don't come debate the champ over there, right?
Sutek wanted her. So this like it's a pecking order. It's a pecking. So Sean want you, and Sutek want him. You say PMF ain't
There's no problem. There's no problem, man. Let's set up a Sutek debate, man. I don't like him anyway.
Okay, so I love that, son. I love that war mentality.
Let's ask one. I love you. Tell Sutek. Tell me. There ain't nothing. My champ always in the chat. Album pop in. We'll set a topic. We'll set a date. We'll make it pay-per-view. We'll chop it up behind the scenes. I get their contact. We make it work. You know? Right. He ain't ducking no phase, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. He do this over here on y'all channel, and then when we get in other
hey, alright, I will block your ass, nigga, because I'm well known for disrupting them chats over there. Nigga, stop fucking lying, nigga. You a goofy, nigga. I would never let a lame ass nigga lie on me in my face, clown.
You gonna block me and I don't be.
It ain't no time I ain't ever been on the Pan-African channel and made my impact. Stop lying. I'm a real man, bro. Stop lying, fam. Don't do PNF like that.
PNF, he trying to trigger you, brother.
Word the fuck up.
But listen, he did that to me, talking about, oh, word on the street, I'm ducking from John P. I've never even had but one conversation with this little disrespectful motherfucker.
Oh, okay, yeah, he a little hot. He like that.
So he like...
Y'all find an African in my fucking family, but y'all ain't find your own genealogy. Shut the fuck up. That don't make sense, for one. Listen, y'all don't know what y'all did.
I don't feel like you standing on business.
Y'all lied on me, because y'all don't even know if that's me. And if y'all can trace that shit back to it's me, it's only 2 people in YouTube that got my information.
Yeah, he died by his own genealogy. You ain't an Indian, you ain't got a lot of me. Half of this track, best believe you lose a lot of sleep. Probably because you made it up to us honestly. You ain't a Cherokee, nope. You ain't a Chickasaw, nope. You ain't a Blackfoot, nope. Nigga, get lost. You just a fool with low comprehension. So I gotta come through with the henchmen. NAC, Sean P, Shy Son, Lucky. Don't forget Jay, got no time to play. Caught an ABOS slipping with his genealogy. Now he's a con and I ain't talking about a singer. I'm coming for the top ABOS leader. He ain't a teacher, he's a preacher. He can't keep up, so we leave him. Yeah, he died by his own genealogy. You ain't an Indian, you ain't got a lot of me. Half of the track, best believe you lose a lot of sleep. Probably because you made it up to us possibly. You ain't a Cherokee, no. You ain't a Chickasaw, no. You ain't a Blackfoot. Nigga, get lost. You just a fool with low comprehension. So I gotta come through with the henchmen. NAC, Sean P, Shy Son, Lucky. Don't forget Jay, got no time to play. Caught an ABOS slipping off his genealogy. Now he's a con. OTK, TKO. Now he's a con. OTK, you died. TKO genealogy.
From Africa, but they will be able to tell you about Africa. They wouldn't be vaguely saying they from Africa, brother. Like when a European says I'm from Europe, he doesn't say I'm from Europe. He says I'm from Germany. I'm from a particular province. I still got people out there, right? You know, when people say hold on. When people say they from Asia, they tell you where about from Asia they from. They tell you their province. They tell you they still got people out there. These people will confirm that they are indeed a part of their heritage. But you niggas was calling y'all African? Oh, mysteriously, you have no contact with the people you say you descend from. So I don't believe you. Bro.
Hating Africa and hating the African, we ended up even hating ourselves without even realizing it. Because you can't hate the roots of a tree and not hate the tree. The roots of a tree and not hate the tree.
You ain't no Indian, please try again. Everybody know you's an African. And Malcolm X said, you can't hate the root without hating the tree. Now take a look at you, you's a wannabe Cherokee. And I told you before, you need some therapy. And why you never show the genealogy? You owe your ancestors an apology. And you know they turning over inside of their graves just because you don't wanna come from a slave. So you gotta take this whip in. I caught another ABOS slipping. Caught another ABOS slipping. Caught another ABOS slipping. Caught another ABOS. Caught another ABOS. Caught another ABOS slipping. Caught another ABOS slipping. Caught another ABOS slipping. Caught another ABOS. Caught another. Let's go. Caught another ABOS slipping. Caught another ABOS slipping. Caught another ABOS slipping. Caught another ABOS. Caught another ABOS. Caught another ABOS slipping. Yo, check this out, man. You wasn't already here, man. Dane Calloway lied to you, man. The research guy lied to you, man. Caremio lied to you, man. Your ancestors come from Africa, whether you like it or not. So no matter what you do, no matter what you say, you will always be an African. You can't deny the facts. You can't deny the evidence. You can't deny the genealogy. You can't deny the DNA. You can't deny it, man. Whether you like it or not, you are African. Caught an ABOS slipping. That's all we do. That's all we do. Let's go.
Got some dewy-eyed thing that you got a friend. I still ask you to look at that mirror. And if nothing's staring back at you is friendly, then you've got no friend.
Peace to everybody in the chat. It's your boy Sean P in the place to be, man. Like the show, share the show, tell a friend, tell a friend. We are in the building. It is Friday. You know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all at work like that stream. It's your boy, man. It's your boy. Today's title is the FBAs, the ABOS, the Black Injuns and Black Natives, whatever you is, Untouchanons. All you, we've been here as Negroes versus the African American Negro. There seems to be two separate classifications of Negroes. You got, to the white man, Negroes is Negroes. But among us, you got these Negroes thinking that they ain't related to the other Negroes because you have them denouncing that there was a slave trade. You have them denouncing any ties to slavery. You have them making claims that they have, in all retrospect, been here before the Native Americans and the Paleo Indians, and therefore they have always been a free people. They have all of these claims, but never no evidence. And they do this every day. I've interacted with them. I've had my whole family cussed out. Pictures of my grandmama who deceased shown in Facebook groups with my son in the left. Other things mentioned and said to me. I got 27 something messages from people in a Facebook group who have no identity, and then they, you know what I mean, they bring up stupid shit like Kemet that ain't got nothing to do with this conversation, Pangea, which ain't got nothing to do with the humans, everything other than what the fuck I'm talking about. If I'm not mistaken, a couple of them might even be in the chat. And if you showed up to the chat about time you got here, I've been looking for you. Where you niggas been at? Huh? What makes you more? No. What makes you less of a Negro than me? Or even more of a Negro than me? We have the same story overall. There's intricate details inside of that same shared experience, that story, that separates us. But overall, we share a similar and same experience. We're not the people that they say they look like this. We're not those people. Or we the same. See, they don't say, oh, you look like the other Negroes. No. Everybody in this motherfucker is the same Negroes. Whether we are light skinned, brown skinned, dark skinned, we the same Negroes. You can't get around that. Our shared experience is cohesively intertwined. Our genetic admixture is cohesively intertwined. You can't get around that. All I want to know is where you Negroes come from. If you've been here, where did you come from? What was your migration into the Americas? Did you pop up out the ground? Or do you think some motherfucker way beyond us, outside of this natural world, created your ass and dropped you in the middle of the Western Hemisphere that would later become the United States of America? Because guess what? You ain't Taínos, you ain't the Taínos, you ain't Aztecs, you ain't Incas, you ain't none of them motherfuckers in Central America or South America. You ain't none of them. You ain't none of those natives that been here. You're not them. Because your ass, your history starts if you were a part of the 1526 crew down there in Florida, or if you were part of the 1619 crew that entered Virginia, South Carolina, all of them when they got ready to establish them colonies. You say you ain't, prove it. Your ass ain't in Panama. Your ass ain't nowhere. You ain't in Hispaniola. Shout out to the Jamaicans, because them motherfuckers ain't confused. They know exactly where the fuck they come from. Let me give me some light. This gonna be one of them ones. Let me cut my light up. My bad. I was just sitting in the dark, minding my business. Now y'all can see me. Hey, look at that. There I am. Hit that like button. Oh, they coming in and out now. In and out. Buddy said, you never been to Africa. How you know I ain't never been to Africa? How you know? Africa's in all of us. The way we talk, the way we walk, the way we cook, the way we dress, the way we build, the way we create, the way we navigate through life, the way we overcome, the way we overachieve. What you think this is? You a damn fool. He said, because we don't dress the same. No, we actually do. We don't dress the same today, but through our evolution, that style, that charisma, the way we put that shit on, it is the same. Don't ever think because they're wearing certain things that we ain't fucking with that. No, that's just because they're more in tune to and not removed from their culture. We the ones been removed. We had to establish our own shit. You know, them pants you wearing, that shirt shit you wearing, oh, that was some European shit. Them slacks your great granddaddy used to wear all the time. The motherfucker, yeah, them overalls with the long sleeve, long john shirt up under that bitch. That's because his ass was out there in that motherfucking field picking cotton. So what we did with the overalls and the long john shirt was we unsnapped one of the overalls, folded the pants over like that on the overalls, you know what I'm saying? Put some boots on it, pulled up the sleeves a little bit maybe on the long johns, or even rocked the long johns like that. We styled that shit. Everything we've ever done, we've styled it. That shows you the Africanness in our Americanness. You can hate yourself all you want to. Feel free to do so. As a matter of fact, before I even get into the show, let's start. Let me stop what I'm saying. I want to say peace to all the sisters in the chat. We got Kayla in the chat. We got Mika fat-headed ass in the chat, always. We got Melanated Goddess in the chat, and she ain't letting it down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what other sisters we have in the chat, but there may be some other ones that'll pop up. Peace to all of y'all. Oh, we got Sister Acanters is in the chat. Not as Willie. We got Brother Ramon in the building. We got Pussy Ass Absolutely in the building. We got, yeah, I called you that. We got, who we got? We got Juke Joint. Juke Joint said, Pretendians unite. Now this is hilarious. Real, what up, bro? What's good with you, Real? We got another Abo in here who got a lot to say. His name is Remnant Archives, but he ain't got no archives. He ain't got no evidence. What you calling yourself archives for? You ain't got nothing saved that you could show and prove. You ain't got that. Let me see who else we got in the building. We got Eric in the building. What's good, E? We got Pure Black in this. Oh yeah, y'all. So I ain't even got to speak to the chat no more. Pure in the chat. I ain't even got to look in the chat. Pure got the chat. Pure running the chat. Vyasa probably be here later. Knock probably be here later. You know what I'm saying? All of that. You know, all of that will come into play. But it said, let me go back to one of your comments. But it said, you think Africans was dumb and the only white men had navigation to travel? See, that's where you dumb at. No one ever said that we were dumb. I just went through a whole creative process of how genius we have always been. And you sit there and say that I think that people was dumb. No, Africans had no need to leave a place that was very resourceful for Africans. Therefore, oceanic travels was the furthest thing from them, and they kept their travels in them canoes. So them canoes would only go through lakes and rivers, and some of those in-depth creeks were areas that were waterways where they can get their shit off. They never went out in the oceans. There was no technology for the white man or any other man on the face of the planet to travel the way that it traveled across the Atlantics. Now you're gonna say that what the Vikings did in the 11th century. Go up there by Greenland and see how much land is up there in that area and how narrow, how shallow those waterways were for those Vikings to even take a trip. Outside of that, you ain't even got nothing else. You ain't got nobody in the doing anything like that. Because in the 11th century, the waterways are way high. No, man, Africans don't have no need for that. Why they going way over there? When they got, listen, they have a trade that's going on through its history. Why would the Africans waste that going somewhere when they got all the salt, which was gold at one point in time, all the gold, they got all the salt, all the gold. Where they need to go? They can barter and trade for whatever they want with salt and gold. They ain't got to go nowhere. But in the marketplace, I don't understand how y'all can't even fathom that. The whole thing about y'all just running y'all mouth is crazy to me. You just talking. We got Sabio. Give me a second, Sabio. In the building. Listen, man. Scroll down. Yo, absolutely. You've made up so much history in you made up so many claims on any other live that you've ever been on. I know for a fact you can't prove one of them. Not one. You ain't got evidence for nothing you've ever said. Nothing. You will come up here if you brave enough, hit the link, and you will never provide a source, and you will never be able to provide evidence for what it is that you stand on. You're going to make up things. You're going to regurgitate other people that you've talked to, and you're going to try to manipulate your way around the subject matter. Absolute one. You can't show me one person in your family tree that has been in the Americas before the European appeared. Absolutely. You can't show me one piece of evidence of a grave site that predates the Europeans being here that you're related to those people. Absolutely. You don't even, you try to talk science, but you ain't even scientific. You're pseudo. So you can't even use your DNA because you ain't got none. You scared. You're scared of a DNA test. But this is how weird it is. You Negroes are scared of a DNA test, scared of vaccines, but you will take a chance with a one-night stand. The logic. That's illogical. You won't protect yourself in a situation, but I don't even want to get. What up, Sabio? What's good? Because he ain't got nothing. He's just running off at his mouth. What's good?
What up? What up, Sean?
Hold on. Buddy said look up the Virgin Island skeletons. We done went through that already. I'm sorry, Remnant Archives. I'm sorry, brother. I hate to break it to you, but we've already went through the Virgin Island skeletons. And if you look at the actual data that was presented and the conclusion that had been reached from that, there's no way that you can claim the Virgin Island skeletons. You're in North America. You're in the United States of America. What are you doing talking about the Virgin Islands that has no validity to be added in the conversation about who you are, who your ancestors are? Unless you're telling me that you moved from the Virgin Islands into the Americas. Now, your ABOS, FBA, and Aboriginal community will call you a tether. They will call you that, and they will say you're not affiliated with them. So why would you try to use information that will put you at odds against the community in which you believe in so much? That goes back to, that shows you the ignorance in all of y'all arguments, because y'all be bringing up the Mayans, y'all, the Aztecs, the Incas, the Moshe. Y'all be bringing up all this shit that ain't got nothing to do with America, the United States of America, and y'all try to pass the buck. And y'all try to pass it off when you want to make it suitable for an argument, but then you'll turn right around and talk about black people that's in the islands that's having these conversations, or the Africans on another continent that's having these conversations, and now you looking stupid because you just took yourself out of the United States of America, put yourself in Central and South America, and now you're trying to argue for that shit and stake claim to it. It's stupid. Why would you even bring that up? It make absolutely no sense. This nigga just told me to look for some skeletons that ain't got nothing to do with him. Come on, man. This illogical. Your argument is illogical. Why would you say that? Virgin Island skeletons. Whoa. Y'all was just over there on Aboriginal, what's his name? What's his nigga name? Calvin Denzel Roberts' channel, known as Aboriginal Power, talking shit about Africa, about Africans, about people in the islands, calling them all kind of names. Why would you want to claim the bones and the bodies of Tainos and all of them? They ain't African. They ain't even in America. I was about to get that old cis ass Vernell on just a second ago. But hold on, I got somebody on the panel though. I'm being disrespectful. What else, Sabia? What's good with you, bro?
Oh man, what up, Sean? Just tripping off these people, man. You know, it's crazy because it's like one thing that I don't think they recognize, and I've been saying it to them, and I've been hoping they catch it, is our people long time ago, they delineated. We've been delineated. A long time.
You breaking up, Sabio.
The delineation happened. The delineation happened long time ago, Sean. When we decided that we were African Americans, there was the delineation between Africans from the continent and our people here and the Native Americans. What is wrong with these idiots? I'm gonna call them what they are. They just want to steal. They just want to be thieves, Sean. That's all it is.
Yeah. This is crazy to me because I'm just trying to be logical here. So what I mean by just being logical here, I'm attacking the premise of all their arguments. You talk shit about Africans. You talk shit about the black people in the islands. You call them tethers. You call them all these tethers and all this. You got so much of that bullshit. All y'all, Mike TV, all y'all got so much of that bullshit energy for black people in the islands. The whole time, every argument you try to make, you try to claim they motherfucking shit. You try to claim the Tainos. You try to claim all of that. Remember, you try to make all this black. So if all this is black, how the fuck these people in the islands tell us? Why are you disrespecting them? You done drew a line. Now, you done drew a line to argue with them about their opinions and their role in America today, and then you're going to turn around and then you're going to say in an argument with us, you're in an argument with me, and not a coincidence, Sabio and everybody else, you're going to try to use artifacts and data from places that you just alienated on your show. You never look at the information that you present to us. You never read it. You cherry picked, you controlled F the fuck out of us into discussions with y'all to a degree that you grew a little fan base off of just trying to be anti-white again. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a moment of Carter G. Woodson and Booker T. Washington. This is not that. We are not in the phase to where you had these very intelligent people that disagreed. You don't have Marcus Garvey amongst us arguing with a Carter G. Woodson. I'm trying to get y'all to think about what I'm saying. There's a difference in the way people should be viewed and seen, yes. But these Negroes are not intelligent enough to even be on the same platform to have a discussion about something that's irrelevant. They don't read. They don't write. They don't have no history. They don't have no science. They ain't got no culture. It's F us, this, that, and the third, but the whole time, listen, the people you call tellers is very influential and instrumental in the existence of African American culture. Or we can take the word African out and say black culture. Some of our best historians came out of the places that you're trying to alienate. But you're going to say, see, that's why y'all talking that African shit. That's why y'all doing it. Fuck all of that. Show me where you've been in here. Where are your history books? Where are your grave sites? Where are your sacred spaces? How about, what was your rite of passage as a child? Who raised you up? If your grandmama said, if your granddaddy said, if your auntie said, if your sister said, where was the rite of passage? How was you raised up? What was that process? You don't know. Because you never been through that. Because culturally you're detached. You can't know. Your story can't be, we was already in Mississippi. How you get to, we the mound builders. It was us during the Trail of Tears that the white man tried to run us off our line. We got reclassified. We was this, that. No, Negro, your ass ain't getting none of that. What up, Teddy? If all of those things you said actually happened to you, that you would be in the forefront of this discussion with evidence. All of y'all talking about y'all always been here. Y'all would have been at the forefront. I'm telling you, on every ABO channel, y'all would have been sharing your screen and showing your proof. You would be the most famous of the most famous. You'd be like, see, we ain't these people. This is how I know. Look at this. Boom. Here go the evidence. Boom. Here's what a record. Then they say, Sabio, this is a favorite one I love. They burned the library down, or they burned down the building, so we lost a lot of records. So why is it that I can go downtown and find historical records about a lot of shit that went on around here? Even if these places have, and then they'll say they've been intentionally targeted because the white man didn't want us to know. You think the white man gonna destroy their own shit? They at the forefront of all of this. They don't give a damn about you. They showing you they don't give a damn about you. Did you not see what they have done to black people on live TV, Facebook Live, and Instagram Live?
You know what my favorite one is, Sean? My favorite one is, y'all think the black man wasn't selling across the ocean? Y'all think the African was just stupid?
He just said it in the chat.
Shit. All
Oh
I
yeah,
need is
there you
good
go.
technology.
And exactly. Then for those that say they on a dog's roll, we can't even find a dog's roll number. And then those that we do find a dog's roll number to, when we pull the shit up, it say Freedmen. Oh, you don't want no association with that because them the Africans. Goddamn, we just found you, bro. You should be excited about that. Your family name is on the dog's roll as a Freedman. That means you have something behind that we need to go investigate and find out why you're a freedman. Oh wait, the owner that owned you was a Native American. Oh fuck. So you was owned by Native Americans, and your grandmother name is right here on the census. Oh, as a slave, she's on the slave census. Oh shit. Here go your grandmama people right here. We gonna put the pieces together. Instead of that being an ultimate win for your family, you're making it an ultimate loss that you're refusing to accept. It's like, I'm gonna give you this. So, what's the dude name? Vyas ain't in the chat, but Eric is in the chat. Not the Negro. Is it the Negro Moses? Hold on, we got John Horse, we got the Negro Moses, we got what's the nigga Vernell always be claiming to be related to? Somebody in the chat can help me out. What's the dude name that Vernell always using? That he really actually is related to? Him, Squally told me. Squally told me that he related to him. Abraham, Negro Abraham. I said it too. Yeah. The Negro Abraham. He said he related to Abraham. Vernell is related to Abraham. Squally is Vernell's cousin. Squally knows that he's African. Vernell denies the Africanness. Squally tries to educate his own little cousin to say, nah, cuz, this who he is. This our experience. You saying everything right in what you're saying, and you're on the path and everything that you're on the path, and you're studying and you write about all of this. However, you not trying to be African is the issue because Abraham was African. You got African ancestry. Our peoples was them peoples that went down that road into Florida, established that shit, went through the Trail of Tears, ended up in Oklahoma. That's why we here. Bro, we got a story. But because Africa is associated with all of that, you want to get rid of it. No, I ain't no African. No, I ain't this. I'm this, I'm that. That's the crazy part. Yes, he's been Abraham. He's been John Horse. He's been every prominent Black Seminole. He's been all of them. Hold on, somebody ring my doorbell. Log in and see what it is. Never mind. So yeah, like, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? You got a beautiful story. You done put the pieces of your story together, and now you're in denial. You see what I'm saying? And then you're getting help from other people that you didn't even think that you could get help from, and that's shining more light. It's just like Top Cats. He been pro-Black, African, RBG all his life. He saw an opportunity, flipped the switch, got y'all for money. Even more so, he started scamming y'all by taking y'all to fucking places you don't even have no ancestral ties to. Those sites down there ain't related to nobody in your bloodline. But y'all been had. Same thing with Dan Calloway. Same shit. Remember, he started off just trying to plant a seed of doubt. That's how he got your attention, just by planting a seed of doubt. Then this nigga gonna tell you that Harriet Tubman was fake, was a mythos. Nat Turner was a mythos. They names showing up in news articles with people that are actually interviewing them and talking to them during this time of this shit, all this stuff going down. Oh, the slave trade didn't happen, it happened in reverse. All you dumbass niggas was regurgitating that dumbass shit. Don't even know where he got it from. Ain't read none of his books. You ain't read none of his books. Where you can go in there and see how fucked up the shit is in the books. They'd be like, hold on, wait a minute, bro. Something wrong with this. Man, I might be off course. See, they take a lot of integrity and discernment. And then, yes, you got motherfucking Ali Muhammad. The nigga that lied on about having a degree in science and spelled science wrong when he went up to Sinettas and tried to pop his collar and shit off at Uncle and got caught out there. The same dude who was claiming that he was an Arab, then he went African Arab type shit. Then, you know what I'm saying? Now he ABOS because they prey on your ignorance. See, you ain't got 2 hours to read a book, but you got 2 hours to listen to a live stream. You can't read a book. You're scared of it. You're scared. Black Crescent, the experience and legacy of African Muslims in the Americas. I'm just reading some good work. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little slight work. I'm just reading it. To know more, I'm following the path. That's how I found out how the first people that actually popped up in the Americas were fucking Senegambians. And then all these other intricate pieces that followed that. So you see the Muslim culture here based on some of these people that they enslaved and brought in these particular areas. Bruh said, Ramon said they from the Mamaho tribe. The ABOS come from the Nubian tribe. Facts. The Washita, man, come on, bro. That was the craziest shit. Sister Betty made up her own tribe. Talking about she giving out affiliation cards and shit. Same shit with Mike TV. Like we wasn't gonna find the Muskegee people and then get with them on a whole lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, like come on with that, come on, man. Come on with that, come on. So listen, we're here today. Real said George Washington. Topkaz is the one going to Mexico and proclaiming the Mesoamerica. Yeah, that's him. Yep, he definitely do that. So we're here today on some real shit. And I appreciate everybody tuning in. But hit the like button. The link is in the chat. And I know I just went on a little rampage there, but I do have something that I do want to get to. And in the seriousness of it all is because we're really going through an identity crisis amongst ourselves as Black people in America. We want to rob Kevin Troy's culture. We want to rob Thomas Oklahoma's culture and all the other people that actually come in the chat and communicate and build with us during these shows that are actually indigenous people. Even we got a brother like Eric Vyasa, not a coincidence, right? These brothers actually have mixed ancestry. They actually have indigenous people in their lines, and we sitting over here, and they telling you that, hey, but we still African. That's significant because they actually got stakes and claims to the shit that y'all sitting over here denouncing. But before I get going, finally, we have been joined by this pseudo-ass motherfucker named Absolutely.
Man, I'm still at work, but I jumped on this.
I know you're at work. When you get off?
I get off at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm in Atlanta.
Okay, so you got about another hour and a half.
Yeah, now 30 minutes.
That's right. Shit, my bad. You're an hour ahead of me. You're right. So you get off about. Well, come back in 30 minutes when you get off.
All right, bang bang. I'm gonna listen to
you. I know you can't talk and shit.
All right, game time.
All right. So we're gonna get Absolutely back with us in about 30 minutes because he at work, so he can't really get his shit off while he's at work. So we're gonna give him an opportunity to get his little 1-2 off. They already argued with him over there on other people's panels about some shit he was already saying. But yeah, in order for him to get his 1-2 off, you know what I mean? I want to be able to get back. So he really got less than 30 minutes. Then we can reconvene with him. So what you mean where the link at? The link been in the chat, bro. It was in. What you want the link for? This woman. Well, before I get started, damn, I'm gonna have I got an hour worth of shit. I ain't even get to what I was getting to. Come on, hit the link. We got school. Come on, school teacher. Shit. School been out. We're gonna deal with Absolutely. The boy scared.
These niggas be talking all that big shit as if they got the information, and then they don't present nothing.
Yes, ma'am.
Peace.
Come on. Don't
be treating me like that, Sean.
What's up?
I just wanna I feel like the strategy of the ABOS with their line of questioning. Now first of all they do is ask questions. What African language do you speak? Who's your African relative? You ain't never been to Africa, right? You the one saying you always been here, but don't have no evidence. So because you have no evidence, all you do is ask us questions. Prove that you're it should be easy. How do people who were enslaved, because we have evidence that there were African slaves here. That's easy to prove. So if people who were enslaved came to this country from speaking their African languages, right? Wolof and Mende and Fulani and all these different people speaking. They came here, had children. Those children learned how to speak English, how to write in English, and started organizations and had newspapers. And y'all dumb wabbos got nothing. I'm sure you had something that you could prove. I'm sure the Africans didn't learn to write a book before you did in your own land. So where is the book? Where is the book? Just present the book. Stop asking us if we Africans. Stop asking us questions. Show somebody saying, yo, these Africans are coming here. These white folks are coming here. Where is the black the black Wabo person who wrote a book in America, who wrote an article, who wrote something? Clearly, these backward, savage Africans couldn't come here and know your language better than you to write. Come on now. Stop asking us to prove we freaking African. Where's the grave site to say, yeah, we dark-skinned we black people of Choctaw, Wacachaw, and they document it and they don't use the word African when it's referring to them. Because every time we pull up all of these black indigenous people, it says that they got a black African ancestor. So stop it. Like they getting on my last nerve with question. What African relative you got? You ever been to Africa? You don't eat African food. You don't eat native food. You don't need nothing. Macaroni and cheese and collard greens ain't no freaking indigenous. Man, listen, Sean, when that dude get up here, don't let him ask you not one question. Don't just stop him. Just say, listen, what's the Wabo newspaper? Because the Freedom, not a coincidence, told me the Freedom Journal 1827. So please provide.
It's more than the Freedom Journal.
Please provide the intelligent Wabo newspaper before 1827. If not, bow down to the African because we provided literature for you to read. We told you what the fuck was going on in 1827. How about that? That's all I got to say. It's Friday Eve. It's cold as I don't know what. I'm going dancing.
You going dancing?
Yes, I am. I take classes in a West African form of dance called Kizomba. I take dance classes. Yes, I do. It's from Angola.
Okay. You going to cut your camera on and let us see the class?
Oh Lord. I mean, you can see everybody else dancing except for me.
Or you trying to hide you still hiding your identity?
I still have my identity. But you can see everybody else dancing, just not me. Cause you see how these people are showing you. You know you can't blame me. These people is crazy.
I blame you.
Why? They be like,
they don't do women like that though.
Huh?
They don't do the women like that. Ramon said they do got a paper. He said they got the ABOS Inquirer, first published in 1492.
Oh, the ABOS Inquirer. Okay. Who was the editor of that? I want to know. Tyrone Jenkins.
Willie, what you talking about? Willie, what you talking about?
What Willie saying?
Oh, you talking to Yodi.
Oh Lord, here go Yodi. Yodi, I saw a video where a real Jamaican, said that he was talking to the white people who call themselves Rastas, and he was like, y'all cannot be Rastafarians. He's like, you gotta call yourself a dread because Rastafarianism was founded on the suppression and the oppression of the descendants of Africa in Jamaica. I was like, yo, Yodi, the only Jamaican person who think he a daggone Arawak.
Yo, Willie, come on, Willie. What up, though? You know he ain't got no motherfucking evidence for 100-foot ball or canoe, bro. Stop it. We've been looking for that this the third month, bro. That was 3 months ago.
Yodi, how do you explain Winty, Yodi? Look up Winty, Yodi. Look up what Winty is. How did Winty get in Jamaica, Yodi? Just look like you. How does West African culture get in Jamaica? The word duppy is a West African word. You cannot. You need to if he was from somewhere else, maybe where they have a lot more admixture. But this dude picked Jamaica and Africa and Haiti is like the most daggone African. You know what I'm saying? And he picked them too. That's crazy. But the problem is Jody don't know Jamaican culture. He don't know Jamaican culture, so he could just believe this watered down.
I ain't even gonna do you like it. No, he don't. He don't know nothing.
He don't know it. He don't know American culture. He don't know Jamaican culture.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna hold
Look
you.
up look up Duppy Yodians and look up the origins of the word Duppy, what it
I
means.
hit the like button. I told y'all she was gonna do this. Asking for the link.
Hmm. Because if they would just stay with themselves, that'd be fine, Sean. Because I let the African Americans, fight they battles. You know what I'm saying? But when they start talking about we all in the Americas and the Caribbean, we all no. My folks wasn't no damn Arawaks.
He said he would have suspended license. Why you asking is if my channel was monetized? This
Mm.
channel, we prefer this channel to not be monetized. We could hit the little switch and add information anytime that we want to. It's been that way for years. We will never monetize this channel. We don't do what we do, for certain circumstances, situations.
Tell them don't ask you no questions. Tell them to present the newspaper. Tell them present the organization. What's the Black ABOS school? What y'all did? You always been here. You ain't never left. You don't got no African in you. So then it should be easy. Easy peasy.
You want to support me, Kay? You can ask me for my cash app. I don't even be asking for that. So
I never seen you do that, Sean. I
if
never.
you
What
if
is your
you
cash app?
what you mean? I'm gonna put it in the chat. There you go. It's in the chat.
When I go back in the chat, I'm gonna say a little change. You ain't like the Abo channel. Support the channel. Support the channel. Lord have mercy, they be crying. Support the channel.
Some of them ain't got no jobs.
We content creators.
Yeah, so
All we
they
do is
gotta.
lie.
But that's also a problem because some of their channels are not monetized and yet they ain't got no jobs. So it's like a lose lose. But I want to kind of get into the reason why I wanted to do the show
Okay.
today. You gonna come back when he come back?
No, I'm gonna be busy doing getting my Africa, Sarafina on. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Oh,
joking. Not
Sarafina. Okay.
Sarafina, but I'm joking.
I
But
got you.
I'll be listening.
Okay.
Peace, Fabio. Peace to the chat.
Yeah, stay right there. So real quick, that was melanated. Everybody, round of applause for melanated. Woo! We got our 1-2 from melanated today. Y'all see the title of this book right here, right? See that? The Negro in Africa and America. So which Negro are you? Are you the Negro in Africa or are you the Negro in America? So I want to go to chapter 1. Well, look, I can let y'all see the book. So the table of contents is this. Part 1 is the Negro in West Africa. You can see all that. Part 2, which I think part 2 is Negro under American slavery, which I think part 3 is. Part 3 is a Negro as a free citizen. There you have it. I'm not going to get into the introduction. We already skipped the preface. Yeah. So just real quickly, I know some of y'all eyes is bad, so I'm going to zoom in. Don't worry about it. Or maybe y'all should be able to see it. No, you can't. Can you see? Can y'all see that pretty good? Should be able to see that really good. All right, cool. So the Negro in West Africa, right? So the continent of Africa is a vast plateau. It's been compared to an inverted plate of irregular shape. On almost every side of the highlands approach the coastline, the slope rapidly to the sea, sometimes by a gentle terrace formation, sometimes by a succession of rugged escarpments. Regarding the continent as a divided parallel of 4 degrees north latitude, it is found that the continental plateau is thereby roughly marked off into 2 halves, of which the southern has an average elevation of around 3 to 3,500 feet, or 3,000 to 3,500 feet, while the northern averages are only 1,300 feet. Hence, it is that Africa, although considerably smaller than Asia in area, has nevertheless a large volume of earth above sea level. It is now becoming usual to designate the northern plateau stretching into Cape Verde to the Red Sea as to the Sudan, which is again divided into West, Central, and East Sudan. These divisions correspond roughly with the Niger and the Chad and the Nile Basin, respectively. We shall hereafter confine ourselves to Western Sudan. Similarly, of the southern half of the continent, only in the western regions, in more or less a proximity to the Atlantic, will call for attention. The portions thus defined are commonly given the general title of West Africa. West Sudan lies within the vast bulge described by the western coastline and sweeping around the Strait of Gibraltar of the Niger Delta, with Cape Verde as its extreme westerly point. In this region, the Great Tableland extends to within a short distance of the ocean, then breaks down in the escarpments to sharp and rugged that they long were called Mariners, the Cone Mountains. The drainage of the western, principally the Senegal and Gambian rivers, which reach into the sea by a series of rapids, are not navigable to any distance from the coast. To the south, drainage to the most part is through numerous short coastal streams. The Niger, however, rising not far from the headwaters of the Senegal and Gambia, flows easterly toward the interior for hundreds of miles, gradually sweeps around a great curve, and finally opens into the Gulf of Guinea through many mouths. Its delta was a chief market for Negroes in the days of the slave trade. What up, Mari? What up, Nick? All right. In southwestern Africa, we find the same general characteristics of an inner plateau extending to 200 miles of the sea or less, and then sinking rapidly to the shore. Here, too, the drainage of the coast is through many small and rapid streams, while far inland behind these rises the majestic Congo, which are a large burst through the mountain's fringe and reaches the ocean down a series of rapids. On the other rivers should be mentioned is the Ogui, which drains a large area lying between the upper Congo and the ocean, and empties through a delta about 400 miles north of the Congo mouth. Our present interest in West Africa is confined to the region whence Negroes were taken for the American slave trade. One more time. Our present interest in West Africa is confined to the region whence Negroes were taken for the American slave trade. What up, Kenan? There were 3 principal markets about the mouths of the Senegal and Gambia, the Niger and the Congo. These places were preferred because of the advantage they afforded for loading and unloading ships and for reaching the interior. But the trade was not confined to them. All along the coast between the Senegal and the Congo, wherever cargo could possibly be landed, it went on briskly. It will be convenient to divide this strip of the coast some 4,000 miles long into Upper Guinea, or all the portion lying between the Senegal and Niger Delta, or Lower Guinea, or that which stretches south from the coast angle just east of the Niger Delta down to and including the Lower Congo region. The depth from the coast of this slave-yielding belt cannot be determined with any accuracy. The white traders merely touched the periphery of the continent and neither knew nor cared about the geographical origins of the slaves. That many were brought from far inland cannot be doubted. Watch them tell us how the Moors and the Mandinkas of western Sudan captured many Negroes from about the headwaters of the Senegal and Gambia and took them downstream to the coast. Yet the demand for slaves in the northern Africa was such as to take off most of the interior supply, so that the relatively few are thought to have reached the distant west coast. Descartes learned too that a good many of the slaves found along the lower Guinea coast had come from a distant inland. Still, there is every reason to believe that the overwhelming majority of those Negroes destined for the Atlantic trade were secured from the more densely populated coast countries and fertile river valleys within 200 or 300 miles of the sea. The kings of the Ashanti and the Dahomey, living within 100 miles of the sea, captured and sold whole tribes dwelling in contiguous territories, and their example was followed by numerous other petty kings all along the coast. It is known that before the close of the slave trading era, numerous districts along the West African coast had been practically depopulated. Hence, the conclusion seems fairly justified that the vast majority of Negroes exported from Africa to America came from a belt of coastal territory or immense length, but only a few hundred miles in width. A brief mention of the countries usually gives distinct names, and constituting the division of Upper and Lower Guinea is necessary. First, on the north is Senegambia, which includes the Senegal and Gambian valleys and all intervening region. Next to the southeast lies Sierra Leone, which has long been under British control, and then the so-called Republic of Liberia. At the southeast corner of Liberia is Cape Palmas, from which point in the coastline takes an almost due easterly course, stretching over 1,200 miles till past the Niger Delta, when it turns southward toward the Cape of Good Hope. Until the more recent establishment of European spheres of influence, this long east and west strip was usually divided into Ivory Coast and the Gold Coast and the Slave Coast, names indicating the commercial article once distinctive of each region. That the slave coast exported more slaves and that the trade was maintained there longer than anywhere else was due to peculiar facilities it possessed for smuggling and for evading the cruisers sent to suppress the traffic. Beyond the vertex of the angle that enclosed the Gulf of Guinea, Lower Guinea begins. First, it is the Cameroon country, which includes Old and New Calabar, now under German administration of French Congo, which takes in the country drained by the Gabon and Ogui rivers, and finally the Congo mouth, and to the south of it, Angola. The dominating climate facts affecting this long seaboard are two. It lies entirely within the torrid zone, extending from about 18 degrees north latitude to 10 degrees south latitude, and it is the subject to pronounce wet and dry seasons, the former so far predominating as to occupy nearly or quite 3/4 of the year. A tropical temperature therefore prevails continuously, and the humidity is excessive for the greater part of the year, hence the terribly deliberating effect of the climate upon foreigners. All testimony on the subject abundantly supports the following statement of due. Hit that like button, man. Yoda in the chat making up shit again. The climate of the West Coast is sickly and exhausting, not because of its extreme heats, but because it is high average temperature and moisture, and the universal presence of malaria. Owing to the prevalence of a sea breeze during the day, the mercury is rarely higher than 90 degrees in the shade, but then it rarely falls below 80 degrees for 9 months in the year, and even in the remaining 3, the dry season, it never gets below 64 degrees. He mentions here, but does not emphasize, the element of humidity, which, combined with high temperature, absolutely prohibits any considerable or prolonged, Explorations and Adventures in Equatorial Africa by Paul Chiluna, yada, yada, yada. So there go that. So prolonged exertion. This fact and its bearing will be discussed more fully later on. So, in the first few pages of this book, they already tell you who the Negroes is. They say the Negroes. They're telling you where the Negroes is coming from, and they telling you where the Negroes is going. So what I'm trying to figure out, if y'all aren't these Negroes, then why are you known to these people as Negroes? Man, hit that like button. Appreciate that, Yodi. That's love right there. So I'm going to skip ahead just a little bit because I want to get back to the Negro. So, and it's going to continue to talk about the weather for a little bit. So they need to establish the temperature and all this shit that's going on in West Africa that we all know is hot as hell over there. And you can't go around at certain times of the year or you're going to get fucked up. And I'm going to give you context. So let me just go. Let me start right here. So West African climate has proved uniformly disastrous to the health and the stamina of white men. Numerous are the mournful records that tell of its ravages among Europeans coming under its sway, even for brief periods. Sir A.B. Ellis says, although the government, European officials, both civil and military, remain for a period of 12 months at a time on the Gold Coast, and then proceed in the United Kingdom for 6 months to recruit their health, the death rate amongst them is abnormally high. There are no colonists, for no one could hope to live in such a climate. Unfortunately, there are no statistics kept by local government from which the death rate might be computed. It came within many own experiences, however, that in 1 year, and that a not unusual, unhealthy one, in a town which I resided, 5 deaths occurred and 6 persons had to be invalided to England out of the European population averaging 24 in number. And it must be remembered that in this population, there were no aged or infirm persons, no women, no children. All were men in the prime of their lives. To the same effect are all available accounts of this region in Lower Guinea, where truly equatorial conditions prevail. It is even worse. Nor do the alien races seem to enjoy any greater exemption than the Caucasian. In July 1897, 16 Chinese laborers were imported to the Gold Coast to work the mines situated in higher country. By December, although none had died yet, many of them had been at all times very ill, and they were soon removed, the experiment having proved a failure. The importation of Chinamen and of West Indian Negroes themselves, the descendants of West African natives, have both been tried by the Congo Free State, but in each case, the mortality has been terrible, more than a white mortality, which competent authorities put down for the Congo at 77%, and the experiment has therefore failed. Yes, you heard me correct. The importation of Chinamen and of West Indian Negroes themselves, who are what? Themselves, the descendants of West African natives. So the people that they brought across the Atlantic, bring them back across the Atlantic, still got issues because of the conditions. Yo, Sabio, you still here?
Yeah, what up?
Did you understand what I just said? Let me read it again.
Go ahead.
So the importation of Chinamen and of West Indian Negroes themselves, the descendants of West African natives, have both been tried by the Congo Free State, but in each case, the mortality has been terrible, more than the white mortality, which competent authorities put down for the Congo at 77%, and the experiment has therefore failed. What does that mean to you? How many different groups of people are being mentioned?
3.
Out of those 3 groups of people, are any of them related?
Nope.
Want me to read it to you again?
Nope.
Okay. So who are the West Indian Negroes?
The Indians on the islands of
No.
Africa.
Listen. Who are the West Indian Negroes?
The Africans on the Indian islands. That's what I was trying to say. Excuse me.
I get
imported to the islands over that way.
Who are the descendants of West African natives?
Right.
So then they would be related, not like related like brothers and sisters, but as it pertains to ancestry.
Yeah, genetics or
Genetics.
ancestry.
Right. Okay. So the oddball is the Chinaman.
Yep.
Because they try to use the Chinaman to say, hey, go work these mines and see if you can get some of this gold out of these mines, but they didn't waver. They stayed sick the entire time they were there. But listen to this, though. Listen to this, Savio. The French, too, tried to work enemies prisoners in the French Congo, but in spite of most careful treatment, they died with appalling rapidity. One gang of 100 losing 70 within a year. This is how much that they were trying to gain natural resources out of Africa. That they were experimenting with people from other countries, bringing them into these regions, and they didn't fare too well to be able to mine and get the necessary work out of it. Yodi asked a question. Yodi said, what is a West Indian Negro? It told you in the next line, Yodi. Listen, it says the importation, you hear that word? Importation of Chinamen and of West Indian Negroes, themselves the descendants of West African natives. Does that answer your question? The West Indian Negroes are the descendants of West African natives. Real said, Yodi, stop typing and take in the information. Facts. Now he arguing with somebody about culture. Yeah, Yodi is funny. Now, while it does not follow as a matter of course that because of aliens are thus deliberated by the climate, the natives should be affected in like manner, yet the facts indicate that they too are injuriously influenced. Ellis is of opinion that the natives, while far less liable to the destructive disease caused among aliens, are by no means exempt from them, and in a case are subject to the powerful influences against mental or physical energy and progress. It is by no means infrequent for whole villages to be swept away by disease. The natural resources and production of West Africa are rich and varied. As the entire region is within the torrid zone, its indigenous fauna and flora are altogether tropical. To these, some few additions have been made by Europeans, but most attempt to introduce plants and animals from the north temperate zones have proved unsuccessful, owing to the change of the climate and other circumstances. West Africa has a fauna of the greatest possible interest to the zoologists, but our concern is only with what affects human life. The native is affected both favorably and unfavorably by the animal life that surrounds him. Wild beasts furnish him food, yet they often endanger his life. For food, he finds elephants, hippopotamus, buffaloes, crocodiles, gorillas, and other powerful denizens of jungle and river very serviceable when he can overcome them. But his weapons being very inefficient at best, he may be himself destroyed. For religious reasons, certain venomous snakes, which cause not a few deaths, cannot be touched. Leopards are everywhere, much feared, and are difficult for the natives to destroy. There are several species of food animals, however, which are not so perilous to hunt, such as the antelope, small monkeys, and hares. Some of the tribes rely largely upon these for meat. Elephants have been of immense economic importance to the whole country as a source of ivory, but so rapid is the slaughter of them that ivory no longer belongs in the first rank as an article of export. More about the tropical weather, more about the tsetse fly. All of this is indicated here. They are running down West Africa and its importance as far as the environment go to West Africans. Remember, this is the West African Negro that's being mentioned here. So you see me just breezing through, but there's a word here that most of y'all might want to, I don't know. You might want to hear. Let me see. You might want to hear this word. This is a Sabio word. This is also a Sutek word. So I'm gonna read it. The only indigenous domestic animals are the ambiguous dog, the common variety somewhat resembling the European greyhound, but of coarser build, the cat, the ass, and poultry. Of these, the ass is found, however, only in northern Upper Guinea, where there has been contact with Moors. Goats are kept by some tribes, but are later introduction by Europeans, and little is made of them. In fact, the climatic conditions and the hostile insects of West Africa seem to be as hard upon the domestic animals known to us as upon our race itself. As for the flora, it is both varied and luxuriant. Many portions of Upper Guinea seems less favorable to obil than the herbaceous growth, so that while in some parts extensive forests are found, in other words, the country is open and prairie-like. From Senegambia to and including the Gold Coast, most of the land is covered by dense forests, but in the Slave Coast region of the woods are mainly confined to the rivers, valleys, and low-lying spots. In Lower Guinea, the vast equatorial forest in Central Africa extends westward to the Atlantic, dense jungle thoroughly typical of the fertile and well-watered tropical country. So again, explaining the land. But here you go right here. Another palm supplies palm wine because they just mentioned palm oil earlier. They mentioned palm oil and other things right there dealing with the woods. This is palm wine, a drink highly prized throughout West Africa. These palms also furnish materials for huts, boat rigging, and other uses. The planting bears bunches of course sorts of bananas, the coca and cola nut palms. Both yield food. Magnificent ebony and mahogany trees are found at many points, though they were never valued by the natives till the rise of the foreign trade created a demand for the timber. A species of large vine grows luxuriantly in the forest, the milky juice of which makes fine rubber. This was formerly of no use to the natives, but since they have learned its commercial value, an ever-increasing quantity is now produced for foreign market. With regard to cultivating plants, the advent of Europeans brought about the introduction, listen to this, an introduction at an early date of Indian corn and rice, while millet seems to have come in still earlier from Mohammedan sources. But these excellent cereals are grown chiefly in certain favorable parts of Upper Guinea and are little known elsewhere, says Barbeau. When people hear this shit, they begin to not know what type of timeline we are on is being mentioned in this book. But we'll come back to that. It is positively asserted that before the Portuguese came to the coast, the natives neither used nor so much as knew of bread made of any sort of corn, but only such as they made of yams and potatoes and a few roots of trees. So they're telling us how this thing goes. This is how we know who came into Africa, who went into the Americas, and who returned. Yeah, Yodi like to talk. He only got us. We his only friends. The West African population, therefore, before the foreign invasion, was confined to a few vegetable roots. For bread material and had no cereal food. This is still the case within the immense majority, who rely upon familiar indigenous plants either through the ignorance of any other inability to overcome inertia or repugnance to the new things. The yam is a root which grows in the earth like carrots, commonly 12 or 13 inches long and as much in circumference. It is of the reddish yellow color when ripe. What Barbeau above calls potatoes are not at all the vegetable we know by that name, but manioc roots, as they have now come to be called. The manioc resembles our Dahlia more than any plant, perhaps, familiar to us. So again, it's more about the fruits and vegetables. So, as it ends right here, before we move forward, there's something key that is said. This is for Yodi, because you missed it earlier. There seems to be little doubt that even such metallurgy as is known among the true Negroes of West Africa was acquired from northern or northeastern people of superior civilization and not self-developed. Now, I'm going to hit this first paragraph before I transition into something. Oh, yo, this still trolling. Okay. The primal origin of the Negro, ladies and gentlemen, the primal origin of the Negro still remains undetermined. Listen to this. But definite knowledge on this point is not essential to the present inquiry. We know with certainty that the Negro race has inhabited Africa for thousands of years, and that its character during countless generations has been molded by the influences and the conditions peculiar to tropical Africa. It is known also that for centuries there has been a migration westward and southwestward across the continent. Superior peoples developed in their drier, cooler climate of the northeast and improved by mixture of blood with Semitic races invading Africa by the way of the Sioux have driven inferior tribes before them across the continental interior. Britain says, the general tendency of the migration in Central as in Southern Africa, so far as it can be traced in historic times, has been westerly and southwesterly. The densest population has been near the Atlantic coast, as if the various tribes had been crowded to the impassable barrier of the ocean. This is why King declares that the very worst sweepings of the Sudanese plateau seems to have gathered along the coastlands of West Africa, and Ellis speaks of the West Coast natives as the dregs and offscourings of Africa. This movement is ongoing today, and several tribes themselves driven onward have arrived in West Coast within recent times, displacing slowly the existing occupants. For example, the Dahomey people were an inland tribe at the time of the earliest visits of Europeans to West Africa. But by the conquest and wiping out of the Wedas in the first quarter of the 18th century, they reached the sea. So too, the Fans were in the interior when visited by Du Chaillu in 1856, whereas Miss Kingsley found them in 1893, wedging themselves rapidly down to seaports. She observes, in this part of the world, the Owe River, this great tribe is ousting the older inhabitants of the land. As this process has been going on for centuries, it is obvious that the Negroes living along the western verge of the continent at any given period have not been the best specimens of their race. This is a fact for the first time important to us because the slaves brought to our country were taken from these people. This white lady just said that the slaves that were brought to our country were taken from these people that was just described. Fixing our attention now upon this West African population, we find that ethnologists are generally agreed in dividing them into two slightly different types. The Bantu inhabiting Lord. Hold on, we gotta say it like Ling Ling. We gotta say it like Ling Ling. You're not a coincidence, Lucky. You can't even speak your Bantu language. Sabio, you can't speak a Bantu language. King thinks the specialized Negro type, as depicted on the Egyptian monuments some thousands of years ago, has everywhere been maintained with striking uniformity. Nevertheless, considerable differences are perceptible to the practiced eye, and the contrasts are sufficiently marked to justify ethnologists in treating the Sudanese and the Bantus as two distinct subdivisions of family. The chief reliance for distinguishing the two is the fact that the Bantus all speak slightly differentiated dialects of a common language, whereas a great diversity of languages exist among the Sudanese. Ms. Kingsley says that the Bantus keep their village cleaner than they do the Sudanese, and that they prefer to have their slaves live apart in the separate quarters, whereas the latter do not, and that female gods predominate among the Bantus while the Sudanese have male gods principally. Y'all had female gods running rampant around here. Now you done came over here and started praising a male god. The audacity. But one may read the accounts of West African natives' life and character and scene from Senegambia to Angola without discovering, unless forewarned by ethnological experts, any significant differences. It would seem, therefore, that the distinction above drawn has little relevancy at the present investigation. That which the Negro throughout West Africa have in common includes all important race characteristics, and it is a knowledge of these we are seeking. Are you the Negro? Is everybody in this chat Negro? Besides Kevin, Troy, Thomas, Oklahoma. Is there anyone that is still listening to the sound of my voice that may be commenting in the chat? Are you Negro? A short resume of the principal tribal groups that their geographical location from north to south may be of assistance. In Senegambia dwell the Wolof, with the kindred subgroups of the Wolofs and Siri, all speaking dialects of one tongue. They are reputed to be the blackest and most gallerous of Negroes. That's what AP and A1 is. They from Senegal. They them black ass motherfuckers. The name Wolof indeed signifies talker. They are tall. Well, it can't be Calvin Denzel Roberts because he's short, so he might be Nigerian. They are tall, well-built people. In the Pastel's opinion, the finest of Negro races, physically speaking. South of Gambia are found in the Philips, an utterly savage, full-blooded Negro people, of whom there are many tribes. It is chiefly from these and the Wolofs that superior Moorish warriors once took hundreds of slaves and sold many at the mouths of the Senegal and Gambia River. Still, farther to the south, near Sierra Leone, are the Timni, who occupy a considerable territory. The Sierra Leoneans and Liberians have been so changed by intermixture with lascivious freed slaves that they must be excluded from consideration. Mention should be made above, however, of the Crews, a tribe which has somehow kept its tolerable pure. It furnishes still the best labor available anywhere on the coast. The crew boys, as they are called, being relied upon at every seaport for loading and unloading cargoes. The remainder of the Upper Guinea and Liberian eastward inhabited by three prominent groups of tribes ethnically related. These are the Tashi-speaking peoples who occupy the Gold Coast, the Ewe-speaking peoples who occupy the western half of the slave coast, and finally the Yoruba-speaking tribes, including those of Benin who inhabited the rest of the slave coast between the This and the Iwes, are remnant of the Ga-speaking people remain, but they have long been a minor importance. All are pure Negro in type and differ only in language. And in fact, that there has been a slightly greater development of organization among the Iwes and Yorubas. According to their traditions, they all once belonged to a single group and lived in an upper grassy country to the northeast, evidently the inner Sudan plateau. Are y'all Negroes? The population, excuse me, the population of Lower Guinea is made up of numerous small tribes. Their names being unfamiliar with, we may here conveniently designate them to be the geographical location of the Bani natives and the Cameroon natives. Prominently among the peoples of the equatorial region may be named the Mpongwes, the Bakali, and recently of arrived Fans. It will, however, seldom be necessary to mention particular tribes because they are all nearly alike in character and manner of living. No one general term will correctly describe the kind of degree of civilization found among the West Africans. They are not pastoral peoples, for they have no cattle, sheep, or beasts of burden. In fact, they live under conditions which practically prohibit these modes of life. Only a small portion of their substance is derived from hunting, and they cannot be accounted good hunters. They're still describing Negroes. We are getting to a point. I'm going to stop right here with this source because I just sit there and we ran through Negro, right? We just went through all of that. So now I got to come back. I got to go pull up this other source real quick. And let me get it on the screen. Let me zoom it out. Watch this. History of the Negro race in America. We just talked about the Negro in Africa. I stopped at a vocal point because I needed to get somewhere. This for Yodi. A history of the Negro race. Volume 2. Oh, my bad. Hold on, y'all. I thought I already had it up. I did have it up. I just had to reset. All right, let me go on and get into their work. Y'all see it right there? Letting y'all see how these chapters go. So I want to go back because I know a lot of y'all didn't see it at first. But Negro school laws. This is a 2-chapter book. But it has information in here. But this book, being chapter 2, picks up from chapter 1, where they talk more about the slave trade and how, things come to be. But more importantly is if, not a coincidence, if you're looking at the screen, I don't know if you are, if you're driving, because I know you probably just got off work yourself. But there's a word that is significant here in this particular conversation. You see the word Negro showing up. Then you'll see color. Watch. And this is in the flow of the way the book goes. Many people will think that, they said color people. See, we ain't these people. We didn't know. Not gonna help you. Look, the AME Church shows up in this book. There go the word colored again, Baptist. The decline of the Negro governments. All of that comes into effect. Like this book got like a lot of shit in it. So I'm gonna come back to this one. You see it. Because of what I want to know is, which Negro are you? Where real at? You think you're gonna get one before us? You show how slow you are. Read the room. Yoda said, "Let me get a wrench." Sorry, Yoda. No wrenches. So let's go to Africa and how the Negro was brought thence and why. Chapter 2. Miss Harriet Beecher Stowe's house, in which she wrote Uncle Tom's Cabin. Africa, an immense peninsula of the old world, the third in size of the great divisions of the globe, is a land of ignorance, darkness, and the home of the Negro. What she say the home of the Negro is? Africa. Its greatest length is about 5,000 miles. Its greatest breadth is about 4,600. Its superficial areas comprise of nearly 12 million square miles. Its population is estimated about 200 million. All of them numbers is wrong, because it's much more now, but at the time, I guess. 50 years ago, this vast peninsula was land of mystery, on which we had the most merged maps of whose people we knew next to nothing. The Phoenicians, who lived in cities on the coast of Syria, on which the ancient Tyre, were devoted to pursuit of the sea and establishing colonies on the northern coast of Africa and created extensive commerce. It is said of them that they were the first people to circumnavigate Africa, and that the Necho, who ascended to the throne in Egypt in 617 BC, was a navigator. The Carthaginians, who established a mighty empire and absorbed all the Phoenicians, blah, 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 blah. None of that shit got nothing to do with us. All right. The Portuguese, who explored west coast of Africa in the 15th century, and the Spaniards, who gained possession of South America, were the first Christian powers that paid attention to Africa and did indeed erect the figure of the cross there and upon every new land they discovered. But by their foul and brutal practices caused by the holy symbol to remind the native tribes of the rapine and the murder, they respected no right of property in the land, in the produce of the country, not even the flesh and the blood of the natives, but treated all of the sundry with indignity and plunder. They have long since received the recoiling punishment of wrongdoing and are up today among the weakest and poorest nations of the world. Africa, whose people, hold on. I'm having to prove y'all a message. There go Vice in the chat. Just having to prove y'all a message. Africa, whose people, as has been said, have inflicted fearful cruelties upon one another, has not escaped the ravages of the adventurer. But when her true history shall be written, the names of Mungo Park, who was a mulatto slave trader, Dr. Barth, Dr. Livingston, Dr. Moth, and Stanley, and a host of others will stand out in the letters of gold of all time, and the African of the future who will certainly be educated and one day stand erect among men, claiming and receiving perfect equality, will then recognize under the promise of God the saviors of his race. That's how they coming. Hold on. One second, y'all. Don't try to answer a question. Then, in his native land of luxury and vegetation, fruitful fields, noble rivers, vast forests, and immense deposits of mineral wealth, and wherever else he may chance to live or be, white men will respect him, and none will dare speak of slavery, shackles, or death. Crazy. We ain't even got to that point. Well, we to the point of where they don't want to talk about slavery, but it is what it is. Man is of the whole world over and consists of single species. He is distinguished from the animals beneath him by conscious reason and speech, and is marvelously endowed that he can adapt himself to every known climate. His intelligence has taught him how to protect himself from the cold of the north and endowed the heat of the south. He may be found in every climate, from the hottest to the coldest, in vast forests and regions of fertility and waste and sterility, in all the values of the mountains, and he finds a home and makes the earth provide him food and shelter. But man is not the same in stature, intelligence, color in every place. Diversity obtains most prominently, but color is the most noticeable feature of difference. His skin is black, yellow, olive, tawny, white, but he is a man, qualified for the highest effort of mind and the holiest act of worship. Whether black or white, educated or uneducated, he is the same creature of his feelings and has ideas of a state of death, of supreme power, of guilt, of pardon, which vary according to his state enlightenment. The saying that God hath made one blood all nations of men for to dwell on all the face of the earth has been abundantly established as the truism all over the world, particularly by the rising of several savage tribes and the average level of educated nations. The ancestry of mankind is one ancestry, and man everywhere is the child of a divine father and is destined for all eternal life, and the nations ought to cultivate sentiments and peace and goodwill. It is the duty of the learned to teach the unlearned. Yodi, you listening? It is my duty to teach you because you're unlearned. The author said, teach the unlearned. You're here today because you have this religious belief in your head where you think that you've always been here. You denounce your Africanness and you begin to ensue your ignorance. Don't be mad at me. The strong should help the weak, and they who have knowledge of God are the conscious of his sustaining grace and love all under the heaviest obligations to rescue the richness and guilt and the impurity of those who are ignorant and depraved, that the identity of man be perfect. If this be true, if men ought to respect and help each other and recognize before God a common origin and obligation resting upon each to promote the good of all, of which in this day there can be no doubt. The question, how the Negro was brought from Africa to America. If all of this is true, and there is no doubt in question how the Negro was brought from Africa to America, and why, becomes very interesting, particularly so in the view of the conditions of his past and present state therein. In the answer, we should see how strangely events of a lifetime intertwine with each other. In the year 1485, just 7 years before Columbus had permitted Bernadette and Isabella of Spain to sail westward in search of unknown lands, who discovered Watling Islands, one of the Bahamas and one of the greatest islands in Cuba and Santo Domingo, Alfonso de Aviso discovered Benin in Africa, which then comprised Benin, Dahomey, and Yoruba, 3 Negro kingdoms. And subsequently, Fernando Po of Portugal established a Portuguese colony and Church of Rome at Gatun, Benin. The Brothers of Jesus labored in the usual manner to convert the natives to Christianity as they understood it, but met with small success, knowing not the preservance of the Gospels and not being qualified to labor in patience. And the love adopted quicker, a much method of conversion than that of the master. They turned their attention to the king, who cared little for their new religion, but much of the satisfying of his personal desires. This untaught son of dark continent made a proposition, viz. That would turn Christian and compel his subjects also to turn. If the brothers of Jesus would find him a white wife, he asked for a white wife to be provided, and he would find any article manufactured that was new to him and probably was not conscious of existing difference between a piece of cloth and a wife. But the same cannot be said of the brothers of Jesus. However, knowing or not knowing that marriage is a sacred covenant, they agreed to the king's proposal and forthwith proceeded to keep their part of the agreement. They went to Sisters of St. Thomas and ordered women devoted charity and holy work and wonderful relative of sisters consent to accept the kings of husbands. What prompted her to agree to extraordinary compact human love was out of the question because she had never seen him. And it is difficult to imagine that any Lord desired woman, moved her. Let it be written down to the entire credit of the nameless Sister of Mercy that she placed her all on the altar of sacrifice in the name of the Son of Man. Nothing more is heard of her, but her noble effort, noble from her point of view, though probably successfully for a time, failed in a permanent settlement of Christianity in the king's country. Why? The Portuguese established the slave trade in Gatun, which is an answer enough. Men cannot preach the kingdom of God, establish colonies in peace, prosperity, and social order, and at the same time buy and sell and steal and sell flesh and blood. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. It is impossible to educate the civilized, the human race by any such self-destructive method. Pity and holiness can not be preached by men who traffic in human life. The Negro comes from Africa. This is the running theme of the day. The Negro comes from Africa. Anyone that says that the Negro does not come from Africa is historically inaccurate. Sabio, you still here? All right, hold on, y'all. I need to pay my water bill real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna play this little song real quick. I need to use the bathroom.
All right.
Hold up.
Let's go. On your ass, fuck, nigga. I ain't finna wait no time. Let go. Hey, I can't keep listening to dude. I heard you shadow ban my nigga cause you out this bitch faking views. You broke as fuck in this bitch, probably dropped out of school. Now you on this bitch, tryna go viral off faking news. He do this shit for clout, that's why he got Tariq and shit in his videos. These niggas ain't even big enough, that's why I drop subliminals. These niggas ain't even big enough, that's why I draw subliminals. You just a pseudo coon. Hey, most of these niggas broken illiterate, they can't even read the room. He say the Vikings black, my niggas sound like a damn fool. Everything you got came from a white man at BYU. You just a Jehovah Witness and Mormonite. He think that he a Jacobite, but this nigga think he a Lamanite. Your skin black, nigga, they think you living with the curse. You always lying, you ain't monetized, nigga, you ain't got no purpose. I'm laughing out loud, nigga, you like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. They got a mask on. You quote Nazis in your source like that's a big foundation. It's pseudo watch your mouth, nigga, and it's full of self-hatred. Again, you 12 hours straight, no citation. I ain't arguing with this nigga ain't got no translation. He saying copper color, but he penny pinching broke. All your sources that you quote is straight Reddit posts. You panel hopping all night, I ain't arguing with no joke. Flat earth logic, these niggas ain't even Bill Nye pseudo. Say you sorry, nigga, but you ain't, nigga, fuck that. Nigga citing Jake, nigga, hey, he citing Frank Joseph, nigga, like that's the history. Talking about Egypt was in America, nigga, that ain't no mystery. Bitch, you sound dumb as fuck. What you talking about, Memphis?
Well, you know that ain't a lot of cities out there.
What you talking about, Cairo, Illinois?
I'm just saying, we got a lot of cities out here that's named after that stuff, bro.
Dummy. Nigga be all this dumbass shit ain't even been across the country. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about shit when you ain't getting no money. Nigga lucky the beat cut off. I'd have kept fucking going on his ass, nigga.
Yeah, man. That's lucky right there. Telling y'all the truth. The fact that y'all don't got a ranch is also a sign. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, live and learn? What's a sign? Yeah. Look, it said the fact that he asked for a ranch is already yeah. Live and learn. You don't know anything about this channel, bro. We got people that got ranches on the channel, but the people that got ranches on this channel are all members of the Massa. Vyasa got one because he got one. I just gave him one, but he is also a member. You know what I'm saying? So don't get in your feelings. You know. So it's gonna go up. So let me pause real quick because I'm making a point here that every source that we have in the historical record that talks about the Negro puts the Negro in descending from Africa. So all these black people running around here talking about their Negroes, that they're this, they're that, and adding the Negro to it, are indeed from West Africa. Let me come right back to this before I even get to. Hold on, let me do this first. Let me do this to you first. Make it real easy for you. Physical and psychic characteristics are substantially uniform, only trained observers being able to detect a few differences here and there. The West African Negro is usually rather above the average human stature, with arms disproportionately long and slender legs. He is erect and easy in carriage paws, and has a well-developed physique. The color varies from a dark chocolate to a deep black. The hair is invariably black, with elliptical transverse sections causing it to be woolly. The face was remarkably prognathous jaws, thick, everted lips, flat nose, and large prominent eyes, always black with yellowish cornea. The physical nature of the West African exhibits most of those immaturities so common among uncultured savages. Look at how they talk about us. Uncultured savages, and analogous to childish thought and emotion in more deeply races. Ellis says, the Negroes of the slave coast have more spontaneity and less application, more intuition and less reasoning power than the inhabitants of temperate climates. They can imitate, but they cannot invent or even apply. See the disrespect. They are usually deficient in energy, and their great adolescence makes them easy submit to the despotisms of kings, chiefs, and priests, while they are improvident as they are indolent. Intemperance says king, they are fitful, passionate, and cruel, though often affectionate and faithful. They are senseless and possess little sense of dignity and less self-consciousness. Hence, the easy acceptance of the yoke of slavery. In one profoundly important particular, they seem peculiarly deficient, i.e., in the strength of the will, which gives stability of purpose, long-standing power, and self-control in emotional crisis. There is here a striking contrast with our American Indians in several aspects. Finally, it may be added that a passionate love of music, rhythm, and emotions dominates them to a remarkable degree. Let me stop right here real quick. So absolutely is back.
Very balanced.
Before we go any further, what's up? What you got?
Well, first off, I just want to start off by just, I'm going to come in on my computer also, so it'll be two of me's on your screen.
Well, I got to be two of yous on the screen.
Because I'm talking on my cell phone, but just in case I need to take a call on my cell phone while I'm talking to you, I can still jump off and jump back and still be on. I can still be on my computer at the same time, so that way it don't interfere with anything.
Man,
And it gives me better reception when I'm talking to you on the cell phone, but using my computer in the background, so I'm not working my computer too hard with so much data on it.
Okay, where's the other you at?
I'm coming in right now. I had to knock at the door first.
Yo, not a coincidence. We already know, bro. All right, put your shit on the screen. Let me stop sharing.
All right, I'm about to share something right now. I don't know if you can see what I'm sharing right now. Okay, I can see it on my screen as well, too. So here is my first proof. This is my second great grand. Both of them. This is just my mom's side. I have the same jargon on my, what do you want to call it? What do you want to call this type of setup here when you're looking for your history and you're going through who your actual ancestors are?
Your ancestry?
Okay, so I'm looking at my ancestry.
Is this your, can you go to your tree? Well, I mean,
no, because my real name is on my tree, but this is definitely me.
Can you click on her name?
Yeah.
Can you scroll down? Hold on, go scroll back up for me.
What are you looking for?
Right there where it's reading. When Angie was born in 1875 in Greenville, Mississippi, her father, Scott, was 28. She married Benjamin Ben 1894 in Lawrence, Mississippi. They have 12 children, 20 years. She died in 1964. Okay, scroll down.
Now, my people still own this Choctaw land that you're talking about. It's just not called Choctaw. And this peak
we ain't seen nothing that says some people own land yet, bro.
Okay, no, I'm telling you, my people still own the same land. We still live on it, sir.
Keep scrolling.
That don't mean they Choctaw.
Right.
No, it's been passed down in the family. The paperwork is still there. What are you guys talking about?
It still don't mean that they're Choctaw, bro.
So what does it mean, sir?
That means they live on Choctaw land.
Yeah.
No, nigga, that means they own the Dawes Road. What are you talking about?
Hold on, absolutely. Okay, what's the number on the Dawes Road? What's the Dawes Road number?
I ain't telling you that number. You got to show me some proof now. Hold up, wait, guys. I'm showing you guys proof. Wait. No.
Hold on, absolute. No, because what I'm about to say is relevant. Absolute. My family was on land that they didn't own. My great grandmother inherited the land because her grandfather went against his family and gave the land to her. So,
but it was still in your lineage. That's not a good example.
No, but my point is owning
that's not
land,
a good point.
No, my point is owning land does not mean that you're something or the people that were in the area whose land it was.
No, that's not what it means, bro. You just said somebody else in your family.
No. We done right now. Look, Angie Barnes married Benjamin Ben Brown in Mississippi Choctaw Reservation, Mississippi. What are we arguing about? Go ahead. Absolutely.
I'm telling you also, these same people are on the Dawes Road, sir, before they redid it in 1907, sir. And we're still on the same land, sir. We're still on the same land.
What's the Dawes Road number?
I will not tell you that. You can go find it after looking at both of these names. So why should I tell you more? Now show me how you're an African.
But you ain't showed me anything. I don't even know you're Choctaw. You ain't showed nothing that was Choctaw. You showing me that you was on Choctaw land.
Okay, I gave you some real names.
The reason that you don't want to give me the Dawes Road number because it's going to show up that you was a slave living on these people's land and that your family were freemen, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, that's your opinion, sir. That is again your opinion.
Hold on, absolutely. Hold on. 1 moment. Hold on, don't go nowhere. Because you're going to talk while I'm trying to do this. And I don't need to hear you. At all. The worst mistake you did was what you just did. Instead of just being forthcoming and honest, you decided to opt information out. It's easy for me to prove I'm African. It's quick. Yo, so where you at? I figured it. Oh. Okay, absolutely. Just keep scrolling and keep talking. Go ahead. You good.
No, I don't even need to scroll anymore. You have your own thoughts about it.
No.
I don't even need to scroll anymore.
Keep scrolling, absolutely. Keep scrolling.
You see what year I'm in. Don't you see what year I'm in already?
Bro,
Why do I need to scroll anymore?
I'm not tripping on none of that. Keep scrolling down.
You see what year I'm in right here. This is 1875.
I don't know if she related to you though. But I don't know if she related to you because you didn't want to show your name. So I can't.
Why would I show you my name and the rest of my people on my family tree? I'm giving you me right now.
You ain't show me your name, bro. I don't know your name. You ain't. How do I know you're tied to this
me? I can only log into me. Why would I log into somebody else's ancestry?
What is okay? So again, you can show me someone else's tree.
But why would I do that?
We didn't the same way other people was doing it. We had whole other people on y'all community arguing about y'all tree, and then the whole time we find out it's somebody else's tree. So we don't know it's your tree. You never showed us you.
Why would I show somebody? Why would I show someone else's family lineage?
You came in immediately.
Hold up, I'm gonna scroll down.
This person, we never seen you log. We never seen you log in or do anything. We don't know nothing.
I'm gonna keep going.
Bro, your people's living on a reservation. I'm proud of you.
This is where I'm from right here. This is my people.
Where you
from? I'm from this county right here. My people still live there and they still own that same land. They still own the same land.
Where does it say they own the same land?
We're still living on it, sir. When I go home from Atlanta, I'm still on that same land. What are you talking about?
Because if you're doing your ancestry, what document do you have to prove that y'all own the land?
The document that I'll never show you. What are you talking about? Why would I show somebody?
We're not looking
to prove to you.
Hold on, Vias. We're not looking at the word allotment. We know what the word allotment means to figure out the land. He ain't going that far. Keep scrolling down. Absolutely.
Let's go.
Keep scrolling.
What you looking for?
I'm letting you talk about your family. You said y'all always been there. You still go back to the land where you're on a reservation.
It's not a reservation, fool. I'm telling you, it's our land. That's what they were calling it on paper. It's our land. It's never been a reservation.
Okay, so it's Ben's father named Bill.
Well, he owned his own farm. And is his name Bill? No, my third great grandfather would not be named Bill.
Can you click on Benjamin Ben Brown?
No, I will not go any further. Only because now you need to show me some Carfax.
We gonna get into it.
I threw a punch. Now you throw a punch.
You didn't throw a punch, bro.
I just threw one. I'm telling you what my people are, and it's also showcasing.
Oh, you didn't. This does not tell us anything. Damn, I don't want to do this to you. But because you're trying to do it this way, if you want to fight this fight, we can fight the fight the way you want to fight the fight.
Look up this right here and tell me where this land is. You tell me.
I asked you a question, bro. I asked you a simple question.
Ancestry anywhere, who they are. Where does it say any of
bro?
Americans?
You know y'all be making up trees, man.
Like,
who would make up? This is in my family. Why would I make this up?
You talk to Sister Betty, bro. You talk to Sister Betty, bro. Sister Betty made up everybody tree over there on that side, bro. Don't say who would make that shit up. Sister Betty make up trees every day, bro.
I
Hey,
don't know that.
absolutely
I'm
dumb.
not in her
Hey,
You want to
coupe
absolutely
show
dumb.
your
Seville.
name. That's how
Absolutely
scared
dumb.
you are.
Can you just show us the ethnicity of any of those people? Because I don't see Native, African American,
Because they're
Choctaw,
not.
nothing.
Absolute.
They're not what you guys
What's
think they
being,
are.
hey, don't share your screen. Absolute. Take your screen off real quick. I want to ask you a question. Just stop the share screen real quick so you ain't got to show nobody. Is Ben's mother named Ellen and father named Bill?
No.
Okay. What's Ben's mother's name?
I guess you'll have to guess that out because you ain't showing no Carfax.
I'm asking.
I'm telling you, my
Hey,
people
it's not
still
an
live
art.
on this
Yo,
so-called
absolutely.
Choctaw reservation.
Absolutely. It's not an argument. I'm asking a question. Is Ben's mother named Ellen or father named Bill? Can you look on it and confirm?
No, I'm telling you they're not, bro. I already told you. Why you think I'm lying to you, bro? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Can you look on there and can you verify the two names? Or can you tell me who Bill's father is?
His name is John Brown. And my second great grandfather's name is Benjamin Brown. Ben, they called him Ben for short.
Why you just couldn't click on the name?
Because I want to make sure my name don't pop up.
It's not going to pop up. You know it's not going to pop up because you just clicked on another name. We just did this.
Man, I know my people's name, bro. What the hell are you talking about? Hold up. I'm gonna share my screen. I'll just show you who they are. I'm about to share it again. 1 second here. Let me see the show.
Let me know when you're ready, bro.
It's showing.
I didn't want to put it on the screen until you did your, you know what I mean?
Hey, Shabaka, I didn't want to go there with the last name of Brown, but you know, this shit is stupid.
Okay.
I'm a Thompson. So that's my mom's married last name. Well, my grandmother's
Who are the two people that are showing on the tree?
What do you mean? These are my third great grandparents. Third grade.
Is the mom named Annie?
No.
I'm talking about going back to Ben.
I'm telling you, Ben's mom name is Rebecca Brown, bro. Do you see it on the screen? That's
Okay.
That's
Look,
Ben's mom name.
take it off the screen. Take it off the screen and click on Rebecca.
Now at this point, I'm gonna need you to show me some Carfax.
I just need to see who Rebecca is, bro.
Why you need to see that? I mean, what's the profile on her being her? I mean, I've given you where I actually still live at in today's time.
Absolutely. I need to see Rebecca. Everything you're doing, you're hiding your hand on purpose, bro. And I know why you're hiding your hand.
I don't have to hide anything from anybody. I don't even have to lie about who I am and where I came from. That's not even something I lie about. I mean, that's funny.
So why you couldn't click on the name, right? Why you couldn't click on the name? Why it was on the screen?
That's only because you Africans can never ever
Fuck
show
the
anything
Africans,
of your.
bro. Hey,
you fake Africans. Hold up, I'm gonna click on her. I'm gonna show it to you. Only because you don't need to know all that, but I'm gonna click on it. I'm gonna hold. Wait. Let me click on it.
I was asking you about Ben, but now you done took me to a whole nother woman because you don't want me to see who Ben's parents are.
I just showed you Rebecca Brown. What the fuck? I'm clicking on Rebecca, my third great grandmother. I'm clicking on her. I'm about to share the screen. What you talking about? This is his mom, Rebecca. You funny.
No, okay.
Because here's why I'm saying what I'm saying, bro. You haven't shown not one person with a Choctaw name show up yet. Not one.
Man, I got their real names, bro. Don't worry about that.
What do you mean you got their real names, bro? How
All
are you
right.
saying?
Wait. Calm down. I'm on my third grade ground. May she
Okay.
rest in power. All right, this is Rebecca Brown right here.
Yeah, rest in power to Rebecca Brown. But I need you to go back, bro.
No, I'm gonna stay right here for a second. No, let me
Who
stay right here for a second.
Who was Ben's parent again? You said Rebecca Brown and who else?
If I click back out, it's gonna show me, bro. Because
I don't want to do that. I'm asking you.
Hold up. It's gonna show on this. This is her. It's gonna say who she's married to. Wait a minute, bro. I'm on her. So again, Benjamin Brown was her son, okay?
Yeah.
So Choctaw Agency, Tillinghast County.
What's his father name?
What's his father name? Yeah. I'll go back out and show you in a second, but it's gonna show it in the lineup when he gets with her also. Wait a second, bro. Here's the marriage records right here. Let me go down. Wait. I'm gonna go down. I'm just scrolling down so you can see where my family's always been. We're still in the same spot. We ain't moved. The land just been passed down. Hold up.
Cool. They're in Native American or Choctaw land. Cool. That doesn't mean they're Choctaw.
No,
right?
yo, hold on. It's ABO.
Wait.
He finna show us. He finna show us Ben's mother and father again.
And these are my third grades.
Hold on. We talking about Ben, bro. Why you running us away from Ben?
No, nigga, Benjamin Brown mom is named Rebecca Brown. His dad name was John Brown. Why you not listening, sir? I just showed that shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? I just told you that. We was just on Rebecca, which is his mom. I'm explaining it again. His dad's name is John Brown.
Can you put it back on the screen? Rebecca and John Brown.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it back on the screen for you. I'm just making sure that my name is underneath. I'm about to share it there.
There's two things in your ancestry that I wanted to point out immediately that are telltale signs that.
All right, there you go.
All right. Okay, can you zoom in? Because I can't see.
Hold up. Let me just make sure when I zoom in, it ain't on. Okay, yeah.
Specifically, it's specifically on the two names. I know you're trying to goddamn.
You know your name shows underneath them. You know who's ever accounted is shows underneath. I am a Thompson. So you can look up Tillinghast County. You can look up the Thompson family. We well known. Well, ain't a joke. I'm not joking.
No. That's not. Can you click on that little leaf right there? That green leaf?
No, we're not clicking on that. No, nigga. I'm showing you. I showed you twice. Choctaw Agency, Choctaw Reservation.
No, you didn't. All you showed me is that y'all lived on Choctaw lands.
Now I'm telling you, we own the land, nigga.
How do you own the land, bro? Choctaws. How do you own the land, bro? You Choctaw? You Choctaw? Or
did I not also say that we were on the Dawes Road, the first Dawes Road? I'm giving you the names to go look up, sir.
Yeah, but you know that you're showing up as a freedman on the Dawes Road, bro. And
I'm not. No, we're not, nigga. No. That's your little skill that you think is what's really going on. That's not what's going on.
Click here, bro.
No, you asked for the names. No, now you need to show African. I didn't show you way back in the 1800s.
Are you from Oklahoma?
No, nigga, I'm not from Oklahoma. Did you see what the fuck? No, nigga, did I show you anything that said Oklahoma?
All right. Damn, I didn't want to do this.
I didn't show you anything that said Oklahoma. And actually, I've showed you like deep in my
So
generational
you kept
line, just on my mother's side,
absolute,
bro. My dad has the same information on his.
absolute. You keep bringing up the Dawes Rolls, and you saying your people is on the Dawes Rolls.
The first one,
And
not the
hold
second
on.
one.
Can you let me finish? Or do you want to protect the lie? Which one you want to do? I can respect it if you want to protect the lie. You keep saying that your family is on the Dawes Rolls. And then you keep saying the first one, the first Dawes Rolls. And then you're saying that you own the land, but it's clearly showing that the land is a reservation. You showed us these people, and then you claim ties to the land and said it's been passed down in your family. But reservational land isn't passed down in your family like that. They don't just, somebody die and then they go to the next person, die and then they go to the, no. So when you show the reservation, you don't show these other people living on a reservation. You said that y'all still own the land to this day. That's the thing. Right here. It was slaves in sight. That's the problem, is that they're freedmen. And I ain't got no problem with them being freedmen. And I ain't even got no problem with you having at least one motherfucking ancestor that can be tied to Native Americans. The thing is that when you try to remove the other side of it, that would be the African side of it, now we in a whole pickle.
No, nigga, my dad has the same information on his paperwork. What are you talking about? So my mom and my dad, both their grandparents are labeled as Choctaw in Mississippi during the same time frame.
What paperwork?
The ancestry that we're looking at and all the sources that come with it, sir.
What paperwork? Ancestry is a website where people put in some shit, whether it could be right, wrong, or indifferent. What paperwork, which would be the hint. See, the hint is what you should have clicked on to prove everything, because you would have shut the shit down. You would be like, boom, clicked on the hint. The hint provides the primary source that provides the whole.
Sir, I just gave you what to look up. I gave you to look up. I gave you all my last names. I gave you all the last names. And before it was the Choctaw Reservation, it was called Choctaw Agency, sir. That was one of the busiest spots in Mississippi.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
What I'm from there, nigga. Why you think I'm lying, bro? I know where I'm from.
Are you sure?
It was called Choctaw Agency before any reservation name was put to it. That's under the eugenics umbrella. They started naming our lands reservations.
Under what umbrella?
The eugenics banner.
What would eugenics have to do with land allotment?
Everything after 1880, sir. What do you mean? Why are you even asking me that?
Eugenics ain't got nothing to do with none of that, bro. Why do you know?
It absolutely does. It absolutely does.
How does it absolutely?
When did eugenics start?
Hello. I know it's people ain't on the Dawes Road. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, on the regular census. Then yeah, so that they don't show up as Indians. Just black people. Right, which is why he didn't want to click on the hint, because it's going to take us back to the motherfuckers being black.
No, nigga. No, nigga.
Click the link.
Nigga.
Click the hint. Click the
None
hint.
of you nigga.
Click the hint.
I would no, nigga. Hint. Show me how you're an African now.
Hint. Click the hint, and it's going to say that your people black.
No, nigga. No, nigga. No,
it's
nigga.
Gonna
no.
Show you black. Why you won't click the hint?
Now you need to show and prove that you're an African, sir.
Easy, bro. Easy.
No, you show and prove that you're an African.
Yeah, I know he didn't show that he was Choctaw at all, because if you're Choctaw, you boldly sticking your chest out and showing that shit. You ain't hiding it, or I ain't doing all of this. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and then we catch you up in lies, bro. This nigga said eugenics is one of the he just, what the fuck do eugenics got to do with land allotment?
I just showed you they were calling it Choctaw Agency first, sir,
1886.
before it was called Choctaw
What's the name on
Reservation.
what's it listed on the 1880 census?
What's what listed on the 1880 census?
Hold on, Absolute. They listed as black on the 1880 census in Mississippi.
No, we weren't, bro. No, we weren't. They went back and redid all the censuses after the
They
vital
listed on the
statistics came
1880
out when they
census
started
as
changing
black.
people's ethnic to black. No, black came in the 1920s.
You said what now?
Started changing
Hey,
people's.
does Benjamin have a brother named Vinny?
Absolutely.
Conversation over, Absolute. Bye. We good, bro. We done. Yeah, we done.
Damn, it's over like that.
He lied. He lied.
It's over like that.
Listen, the hint on his ancestry, it would take us to the census or some evidence to prove who Benjamin is. They are listed on the 1880 census as black.
Damn. He just body slammed.
No. Hold on. You got 5 minutes. You got 2 minutes. I'm gonna drop it again.
That man body slammed himself. How do you body slam yourself?
I'm gonna put it in there now. All right, you see the link? All right, I just redropped it.
Yo, absolutely. Stop body slamming yourself, man.
No. Don't no. Listen, I'm not pissing on Absolute. I'm not gonna do it because, first of all, he did try to come up here and share screen, so I'm not gonna piss on him. But there's a reason why he was hiding his hand. Now, Absolute, I'm gonna do you a favor because you asked me to show you how I'm African, and I'm gonna do that too, cause that's easy.
Yeah, he full of shit, yo. He was hiding something because I looked him up. And he lucky I'm on my phone and not on the computer because I would show this shit. I found this family. They in Mississippi in 1880. They not on no reservation. I looked through the Dawes Rolls. You don't find that combination of names on the Dawes Rolls. You know what I'm saying? Because if Benjamin was on the Dawes Rolls, right, you would see his mother and father listed on there, especially if he was born in 69. You know what I'm saying? 1869.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of Benjamin Browns, but not with that combination of names. But the only combination of names you find is the ones I found in Mississippi. Oh, I'm about to jump on the elevator.
Okay. I got you, Absolute. I'm finna do what you asked me to do. Give me a second. I'm signing in into my shit. Even though you was on a panel on one of the shows where I showed you where my people was buried, but you know I'm gonna do you a solid. I'm gonna keep it real because this question is about biology. I ain't gonna hide. Go ahead, Sabio.
I said that man ran to the Racial Integrity Act of 1924 to talk about his people in the 1800s.
That man said,
And you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
Because in 1870, that same place, the post office was called Choctaw Agency. That's why he keeps saying Choctaw Agency. Like we stupid. But on the 1880 census, it doesn't list the post office, but the 1870 does. That's why he kept saying Choctaw Agency. Yeah, but you not, you not. That don't make you Choctaw, brother. That's what the post office is. Stupid.
I'm finna, hold on, absolute. I'm finna bring you back. I just wanna just you know what I'm saying. I just want to do this real quick and easy. Real quick and easy. There you go, right there, absolute. There go your answer. Show
That
that
is
you're
not your ancestry, sir.
no.
You
Show that you're
don't have.
Hold on, dude. Hold on. Are you listen to what you're saying? You're saying this is not my ancestry. So your DNA doesn't go back to your two parents. It goes back to two other parents, to four parents. It goes back to 8 parents. That goes back to 16 parents. Is that what you're saying? Did you not follow the steps? I'm one person with 2 parents. My 2 parents has 4 parents. My four parents has 8 parents. Those 8 parents all got 2 parents apiece.
Don't get lost in the sauce, bro. Hold up. Let me interject at the same time. You were interjecting when I had my screen sharing.
Hold on. Answer that. Is that not ancestry? If I have 2 parents, my 2 parents has 2 parents, which makes 4 parents.
What are the names that on the screen? Where are the names on the screen is what I'm saying. If you're trying to be technical.
I don't need to be technical.
Yes, you do need names on the screen.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
I don't know this you. What the fuck are you doing? I can't look at a picture and say,
all
right,
I don't know that this is me. Why would I, like you said earlier, why would I log into somebody else's shit if it's not my shit?
Because people do that. What you mean?
Now that you said that people do that, hold on. Now that you said that people do that, right? Now that you said
that's what you told me. So I'm telling you the same thing.
I know that what you showed us was you.
I'm telling you the same thing, bro. Hold up, wait a minute. Show me some names. Show me some grandparents' names, bro.
Everybody knows my DNA, bro. I've shown this
No,
before.
no, I don't care about no goddamn bitch. I'm talking about actual people that you know that can lead you to Africa.
Yeah, I can do that. Absolutely.
Okay, well, pull that shit up.
With that. I don't have a problem with that. I went straight directly to Africa to show you my ethnicity.
No, nigga,
that's based on ancestry. Absolutely.
No, that's not based on your. That's not based on ancestry, sir.
How? Okay. So what is your DNA supposed to tell you? Absolutely.
It just gives you a breakdown of your health, what could go wrong. It's SNPpedia. SNpedia. If you look up SNpedia, wait. Why you keep interjecting?
You just fucked all of that up, bro. I'm not.
No, it's called snpedia.com. What do you? I didn't fuck anything up.
I'm saying it one more time. How can this not tell me my ancestry when that's what DNA does, bro?
Nigga, when I'm trying to give you an answer, you interject. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Because you're going in a whole other direction. You start talking
about
health. We're not having.
We're talking about SNPs, right? We're talking about the SNPs, right?
No, we're talking about
nucleotide. No, but you brought up DNA, so you're talking about DNA. So I'm talking about SNPs, man. You know what? Just show me some names.
Absolutely.
You ain't smart enough to catch what I'm trying to throw.
Do you have 46 chromosomes?
No, nigga. Do you have 41, nigga, or something? Because you can't pay attention long enough to even hear an answer.
40. Do you have 46 chromosomes?
Do you have 39 chromosomes, sir?
We all have 46, unless you have a deficiency.
I don't know if you have 46.
I inherited 23 from my mother and 23 from my father.
All right, show me your grandparents.
In return, my mother inherited 23 from her mother and 23 from her father, and my dad inherited 23 from his mother.
But what that got to do with anything about your ancestry, bro?
What does it say right there on the screen?
You're not African. If that's all you're gonna show me, you definitely
I'm
definitely not African.
I'm African American.
Well, show me the African in your family.
Here we go. We on the screen.
No,
We
nigga, show me a
looking at it.
person's name.
You
Show me a
looking at them.
person's name linking
What
them
name
to
do you want?
Africa within your genealogy.
Bonnie is her name.
Bunny?
From Ghana. Bonnie is her name, and she's in Ghana. Well, she died in Ghana.
Now, what is she to you?
My distant relative. Bonnie is her name. She died in Ghana.
Now, is this one of your grandparents of some sort? Because how did you have
great
what? Grandparent?
Great. Yes. Bonnie is her name. Now you want me to go in another direction?
Show me that on your ancestry. No, don't try to slide to home base, nigga.
Hold on. You asked me a question.
You lying ass nigga.
Asked me a question, and I'm simply trying to help you. I'm not arguing with you. Notice I ain't cussed you out. I ain't did none of the crazy stuff. So we're having a dialogue.
You kicked me off the panel.
But what I am telling you, just because I give you a name and then you start fighting the name, oh, I want to see the name. I don't have to show you the name. I'm showing you genetically what I inherited, who my ancestors are, walking you directly back to where we go from. We, as all African Americans, that's why you said you ain't African. I said I'm African American. Because I am an admixture of not only someone that's from Ghana, but also the Congo region.
But what is she? She your second grade, third grade, fourth grade? What is she?
Absolute. I said third.
So show me where this lady from Ghana is your third great grandma.
Yo, absolutely. My second great grandfather was brought here. Came through North Carolina.
Hold up, before you get deep into your story, who brought him here on what ship?
By the Phillips.
Wait, what? Who?
Now here we go. You're asking a lot of questions and you're not providing the information. So if I'm gonna play the game the same way.
You're still showing a map on the screen, sir.
You're
cheating.
The game.
You're talking about DNA, somebody can't see.
I'm impatient. So instead of doing all of that tracing, I just went directly to what you can't get around.
That's make believe. You don't have names tied to that, sir. You don't have names tied to
who I am. I know my names.
No. You can make up shit, and this is making up shit because you're just showing a map.
I'm not making up nothing. I gave you Bonnie.
No, you didn't. You didn't give me Bonnie. You just said she a third grade.
You asked me for the name, and I told you Bonnie.
Okay, where did Bonnie land at when she got here?
Bonnie never came across the water. I just told you that.
So hold up, wait, what?
Bro, hold on. I know I just said this, and you sit over here and you still asking me questions. I literally just told you. I gave you the name. I told you that.
So Bunny never made it to America.
Hold on, absolute. Go ahead, Sabio.
Yo, he playing games because you clearly said Bonnie did it. Bonnie died over in Africa. You clearly said that. So at this point,
Steiner brother, you can't get tag team in right now. I am stepping on your homeboy right now in the ring.
Microphone, and he has something to say.
Okay, go ahead.
Me a question. I answered your question. I'm not you. Instead of me playing the hidden games, I just went directly to my genetic makeup. Because you can't get around your ancestry composition. So there's nothing to really argue about. Now, if you want to know the intricate pieces and details of my family history, I would love to show you that because I can show you how my great-great-grandfather at the good old age of 13.
Why is your voice quivering?
Who voice quivering? What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Anyway, you're just trying to do all of that. But anyway, I love to talk about my family history because I be learning shit every day, bro. Like I literally get in the pen. Now, shout out to True Storian because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have found some of the shit that I found and had to pay attention to when I was looking for particular records. So, however, I've obtained some new and more data. However, Absolutely. Why did you not click on the hint on your ancestry so that you could have proved all of this shit?
Man, take this damn map off the screen and show me some
Why
real
would I?
names
Why
and
would I
real
take this?
places in
Why
America.
would I? Why would I take this off the screen? Why would I take this off?
Because that has nothing to do with what we're
It got
talking about.
everything that we're
You
talking
brought up spit,
ancestry.
and I brought up real people in real places.
No, we don't. I don't know if any of them people real, bro. I can't verify if any of them people real. Only person.
Okay, well let me be the decider of that when you pull up
The only
yours.
person that I can verify on your tree that you showed us today is the person with a hint. And that's it. I can't say that Rebecca and all of these other people. I don't even know who did your tree, which I'm pretty sure you got Sister Betty to do it because some of
No,
the
man, my family history is in my
Yes,
family.
man.
We did our
Yes,
tree
man.
together.
Yes,
What are
man.
you talking
So
about?
what do you
We
think?
all still talk about
Yeah,
it.
what up, Nat?
Yo,
Got the link?
absolutely. Did no, I can't get on the computer yet.
All
But
right.
yo, did Angie and Benjamin get married in 1894?
Yeah, I showed that. So I'm not gonna lie about my
No.
family's history. Yeah, but yeah, absolutely. If you're just asking, yes.
Yeah, they're definitely black. You don't gotta.
No, they're
They
not
ain't on
black.
no
Nobody
Dawes
was being
Roads, bro.
called black. Nobody was being called black. That is
I'm
some
looking at
shit
a
they changed.
census. No, they
Okay,
ain't
when did
changed
they
shit.
change all the census? They changed all the census. They went back
No,
and
they
changed
didn't.
all the census, sir.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. After the Racial Integrity Act, they went back and changed all the census.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did, nigga. You know they did. Stop playing. You know the eugenics happened.
So did they have?
Hold on,
Hold
absolutely.
up.
Eugenics ain't got nothing to do with that shit, bro.
Yes, it does. What is the Racial Integrity Act, sir?
It
Hold
has
on.
nothing to do with what.
He's so
Yes,
full of
it
shit.
does.
No, it
They
doesn't.
had a. Did they have a child named Tanny or something like that?
You already asked me. I showed all of that. I showed their
No.
children. I scrolled down and showed all their names. So go back and
Yeah.
rewind the tape. So that's
All right.
me. They calling them
Yeah.
black, but they were
They
never
black.
called black. No,
They
they're
was
called
never
black on
called
paper,
Indian.
nigga.
They was never
No,
called
they went back
Indian.
and changed that later, sir.
You're such a
Nobody
liar.
was ever called Indian. You saw what
I'm
we are.
done.
We're
I'm
Choctaw. What
done.
the fuck are you talking about?
There's nothing about you, Choctaw. No
That's
record of
what you think.
Choctaw.
That's
Show
what
a
you
record
think,
with
nigga.
Choctaw.
We
Show a
regular
record with
people. We
Choctaw.
regular original people. You the one
All
thinking that
right.
we gotta be an Indian or something. No, we're
Absolutely.
Choctaw.
All right, absolutely. You can make this real simple. Show a record with Choctaw.
I
That's it.
just did, nigga. Is that not a
No, you
record I
didn't.
just
No, you
showed?
didn't.
Is that
No,
not a
you
record?
didn't. You didn't show
Is
any
that not a
records.
record?
You didn't show
That
any
is a record.
records. No,
That
you
is
didn't
a
show
record,
any
sir.
records.
Yes,
You didn't
that is
show
a
any
record.
records. All
So you're
right, we're not
now
stupid.
saying that that's not a record. Now you're now saying that that's not a record.
What record did you show?
You didn't show a record at all.
Exactly. You're lying. You didn't
You
show
know
not
what?
one record.
You sure? Because there's the
I'm
marriage
positive.
license. Go back and look up the marriage license for when
I
they got
got their
married, since
marriage.
you know.
You
Yeah, I
didn't.
got their marriage license.
Okay, so what does it say on it? Because I know what it say on it. What does it say on
They
it,
got married
Nat?
September 22nd, 1894,
And what does it
in
say
Lawrence
on it?
County. Yeah, they, they're not black. I mean,
I
they're
know
not
they're not
Indian.
black.
No record of Indian.
Hold up, but where does it say they're black on that
He on
marriage?
mute.
Hold
Something.
up, where does it say that they're black?
The census says they're black.
No, nigga, I'm talking about on their regular paperwork, on the
There is no
paperwork that you
Choctaw
guys are
record with their
finding.
name.
Where?
Can you hear him? Because I can't hear him, Sean.
Hold on. Yo, you can't you can hear me? Not coincidence.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I see this shit moving, but I can't hear.
Yeah, yo, absolute. Drop off and come right back in, or hit
All
just
right, game done.
refresh.
He don't
But
got no record that say anything Choctaw other than in 1870 their post office was Choctaw. It was called Choctaw Agency. That's it.
yeah, so Yodi, just for the record, Yodi. So when people, my great grandfather, right? His name is the same name as the person that owned him. A lot of us see that same thing. Or when you get to a point to where you find a particular person, that particular person said is going to come up under that name, and you ain't even gonna know it. You saying, hold on, absolute back. I'll say in a minute.
Can you hear me on that? He probably still can't hear me.
Yo, Knack on mute. Can you hear him now?
Nah, I still don't hear him. You can hear him?
Yeah, I hear him.
I was just
It
talking,
must,
so
oh,
maybe I'm.
now I hear him. I
He
hear
hear
him
you.
All right,
now.
bang bang. Yeah, but
Yeah,
you said
absolutely.
that it was a post office, right?
Yeah.
Now Jefferson Davis also spoke on my people's land too. So did you see that in the Choctaw Agency?
Okay, but hold on. Let's go slow. The post office being called Choctaw Agency does not make you Choctaw, and it does not make you Indian. Where is the record of that, of your people on a Dawes Rolls, like you said? Because they're
I
not on
go
the
to the
Dawes Roll.
1893 Dawes Rolls. The 1907 Dawes Roll is the one they revised and took
Why don't
all
you
the.
just why
No,
don't
I'm
you
not
just
pulling that up for you because you find that part. Since you found all the
see,
other
you're
stuff,
lying.
you're a great
Yeah.
researcher. Go ahead and
I
do it.
am. I know. And it's not there. I looked. I know how to look for it.
So you went to the 1893 one,
I went to yes. Yes.
and you went through all the names.
Yes. And I know how to search them up to look for what I need. I had three names that I put on there. They all should be on there. And they're not.
Are you sure?
Listen, bro, I'm
Well,
positive.
pull it up, pull it up, and put it on the screen. If you're
No,
positive.
you put it on the
No,
screen.
no, no, nigga, because you're making claims. And I want to make sure that you even looking at the right shit because you just be
No,
talking shit.
you're the one making the claims. And
That's
you're
I'm
why
not
not
you
making the
laughing
telling your
right
claim.
claim.
now, absolute. That's why you laughing right now.
Yeah, because you
I'm
know
not
you
even
full of
making the
shit.
claim.
No,
You just saw
you
that was
did make a
called the
claim.
Choctaw
You
Agency
claimed that you
first.
was
It later
Choctaw.
became the Choctaw
No,
Reservations.
bro. Listen, the census would have. If you were Choctaw, the census would have made you Choctaw.
No, they wouldn't have, bro,
It
because they
would.
went back
Yes,
and
they would.
changed the
It would, bro.
censuses.
They ain't had no
What do you
reason to lie, bro. What they need to lie on the census for?
Yo,
What
listen,
you
you know
mean?
what's
What they
crazy?
need to allow the census for? Nobody was being
Yeah.
called black in the 1800s. What you
What are
mean?
you
That's
talking
something
about?
that happened
Listen.
after 1924.
There you go
No,
lying.
you full of shit. The first census that comes out with people after, so you got the from 1790 to 1730, it's free white persons, and then all other persons. In 1840, that's when you start getting the designation of black, white, and Indian and everything else. So from
No, nigga,
1840
they would.
on,
Go ahead.
yes, every Negro, they don't even say Negro. The first census say black.
They were not calling people
1850,
black in the
yeah.
1800s, bro. That's something they went back and changed in time.
Who?
Yo,
Who?
you're so full
Who?
of shit.
Yo, where did you get that from?
Well, I'll go back to Walter Plecker. He started it in
What?
Virginia, and
Yo,
it's
what does Walter Plecker got to do with Mississippi?
everything, bro. Wait, if you let me
How?
finish my story,
No,
it won't be long. I don't
it's
talk
exactly what it
long.
is. It
I
is.
be direct. It just be going over y'all head.
Okay, continue making it up.
Okay, so after the Racial Integrity Act of 1924, they
Had
started
nothing to do.
changing up the designation of the actual original people, aka Aboriginal people on this land. They started calling them
How?
coloreds.
How did
Wait,
Plecker? How did Plecker affect? No, I can't let you. How does Plecker affect you in Mississippi?
okay, so what Walter Plecker did actually trickled down to every other state or trickled up to every other state.
How?
So,
How when we don't have that going on in every other state?
yes, you do, nigga. It
No,
didn't just
you
happen
do
in
not,
Virginia.
nigga.
What
No,
are you
you do
talking
not,
about?
nigga. No, you don't. Everybody didn't inherit that. What are you talking about?
Yes, they did. In every other state,
Okay,
they started doing the same thing.
colonies. Name the colonies that
Ain't no
inherited.
colonies at this time, bro. We're in the 1900s at this time. We're talking about 1920s
Name
and
the
above.
states.
All the states started doing it. He worked
Name
for the
the
Vital
states that.
Statistics Office, right?
Okay, so if I
Isn't
pull up
that
a
a branch
source,
of the government?
so if I pull up a
Oh,
source,
sure,
it
I got
tells us.
something for you.
Yeah.
Pull this up. I'm about to put it in the back chat. Pull this up real quick. And
Okay.
then go to um read number 6.
Hold on.
So what this is the 1850 census instructions, right? This is the original instructions. And let's see what number 6 says.
You said number 6? It's loading. Number 6 says, oh, I was hitting the wrong plus sign. Number 6 says, right here tonight. You see my screen? Nope, I ain't on it. You on mute, bro.
No, you gotta keep going down to where it says free inhabitants. So it's gonna be number 26, not to page 26, but you see the little black thing, 26?
Yeah, hold up. Yeah, I gotta keep going. All right, yeah, I got a little bit to go. You said not page 26. Yeah, I'm at 16. Did I go past it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2 more pages. It should be the
All
next
that
page.
damn
All right, right
jargon.
here. Right here, right here. Hold up. That's the page right there. You went
Right here?
past it. No, go
Oh,
up one
shit.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, right here on the 6.
Yeah, but just go to the top where it says free inhabitants so everybody can see that.
Right here.
Yeah. So now read number 6 from there.
All right.
So this is the instructions on how to fill out the census.
Under heading 6, entitled Color, in all cases where the person is white, leave the space blank. In all cases where the person is black, insert the letter B. If mulatto, insert the letter M. It is very desirable that these particulars be carefully regarded.
So this is the 1850 census instructions. He said nobody was being called black back then. But when we look at the instructions, it's telling them to put B for black. Am I bugging, Sean?
Nah, you ain't bugging.
Like they got to stop making up these fake narratives to fit their fake narrative. Like, come on, man. Nobody was called black back then. Like, we absolutely was.
The state host is Gene Phillips. The site is available. Oh shit, I'm reading that out loud. And you said your third great grandmother is Rebecca Brown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is he still here? You still here? Yeah, you still here.
He's dead. He's just quiet because we in a corner now. Like nobody. He's saying trying to say, oh, because of Plecker, they went back and changed everything. Plecker didn't have nothing to do with everywhere, especially Mississippi, right? And Plecker didn't change any censuses. Oh, he left. Plecker
Oh,
didn't
you
change any censuses. So I don't even know where they're getting this shit from. Plecker just made sure anybody mixed with a Negro, a black person, was going to be categorized as such. If you was Indian, if you was full-blooded Indian, you stayed an Indian. Even if you was white and Indian, you could kind of pick which one you wanted to be. You could be white or you could be Indian.
Yo, not a coincidence.
Yo.
Why the post office address is the Choctaw Agency, Mississippi?
That's what I was telling you, bro. I said that's what the post office is called. That's why he kept saying that. You see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, man. I was just trying to verify it. And this shit took me directly to post office address I'm gonna show y'all.
That's why he kept saying that shit.
Post office address, Choctaw Agency, Mississippi.
He didn't like. He kept saying Choctaw Agency. He wasn't even just, like. So he don't even understand. He's giving us these
The name of
context
the
clues.
town is Choctaw Agency, bro. That's the name of the town. The
So he
town
thinks that.
name is Look.
He thinks
Genealogy
that's what made.
at the 1890 Veteran Census for Choctaw Agency, Atiba County, Mississippi. That's the name of the freaking town, bro.
See, I thought it was just the name of the post office, but that's the name of the town. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
I'm sitting over here, yo, and I'm like, yo, I'm finna walk his people down. Cause while y'all was talking, I was, you know what I mean? You know, I'm doing me.
Sean, as soon as you know you got him to pull that up, you know what I was doing. Like,
yeah, same shit.
I'm in the car. I'm in the car, like, yo, I'm trying to work on it down. Like, I'm at a red light, like, trying to look through shit. His people's not on the Dawes Road, bro. Cause you know we would have found him.
Yeah. I mean, I looked. And I'm over here. I'm just gonna wait because I know not a coincidence. Is already looking on the other shit. I ain't even gonna waste my time even trying to go searching for that shit. But
Like, I
yo,
found his whole family. They black. They not no Indians.
Like I'm here, right? I'm here because I'm verifying everything else, and it's like lining up. Like, so you know, look, Choctaw County, Mississippi.
Hold on, Sha said he seen him on the Freedmans. Sha, what? I ain't seen him on the Freedman shit.
Hold on. Did Sha try to join?
I don't know. Sha need to jump on it because there's Benjamin Brown's on there. I don't know if he had the right one. If Sha had the right one, because this the first time he actually showed the parents, I believe. Because I remember looking for them before one other day, and I found the same shit. I found but I was like, maybe I don't have enough information. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna find Angie on there on the Dawes Roads with him because it don't. This would be before they got married. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're on the Dawes Road, you got to list the parents. So we got Benjamin, we got Rebecca, we got John. That's enough to find them. And we got a birthday. You get what I'm saying? So that's enough information to find them. So if you find them 3 combination of names, especially with that birthday, you know those are the right people. But no, I ain't see it. But again, I am on my phone. But the list was short. It wasn't even like of multiple pages. It's one page with Benjamin and Ben Browns. And none of them had a John Brown as a mother.
Yeah, who this?
As a father of Rebecca. I think that's Shaw.
Golden State?
So I don't
Golden State, what's up?
know who that is. Speak your piece.
Come off mute, bro.
It's Cali. What's going on, bro?
Ah, shit. What's up,
Cali? We should have known. When you said Golden State, you should have known that was
exactly, man. That's my great grandfather, Jack Holly. I'm a descendant of the 1910 Slocum Massacre. So I representing my grandfather. That's about it. But yeah, when you're talking about the Racial Integrity Act, have you ever read it? If you read the Racial Integrity Act,
is Cali talking?
Yeah,
right? It's all. It was about trying to.
I'm gonna leave and come back.
It was about trying to make sure
been doing that shit a lot lately when I've been on my phone. Like I should be dropping. I can't hear other people, but I'll be right back.
Okay. It said what it does, it was just basically about trying to make sure the white race remained pure. They didn't want to make sure that they quote unquote infected with none of the African blood. And that was the main point, right? To try to make sure the African blood didn't quote unquote taint the white European blood. And that's what it was about. That's what he was trying to make sure that black folks, what he would consider, if you had any drop of black in you, you were black, and he didn't want you to have no rights of the same type of rights as white people. White people deserve higher status than everybody else. And if you have a smidget of black blood in you, he wanted to make sure that your ass was put in the black category and you couldn't receive the same type of benefits as white people. That's what the Racial Integrity Act was about. And it literally states that.
Misogynist. What I say right? Misogynist.
You said miscegenation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Influenced by that.
No, what I'm saying is no, there was nobody being called black. The Racial Integrity Act changed people from being indigenous to being colored. And anybody that mixed with those colored people were called colored.
No, you're making.
There was no black word being used
it up,
to
bro.
describe us.
Absolute. We just said it on the census.
That census was redone by the. I'll tell you right now. Yes, it was. It was reconstructed, bro. Yes, it was.
Bro, do you not know how hard it is to reconstruct the
Let
census?
me talk and tell you who reconstructed it, sir.
Okay, who reconstructed the census in this period for the state of Mississippi for this particular census?
They reconstructed all the census to make sure they was in tandem and read the same thing with the same writing.
Who's they?
Okay. All right. The 1850 census was indeed reconstructed, and the process involved collaboration between Family Search and Ancestry.com, which provided the raw data, and IPOOMS, which enhanced the
this
data.
This is not a negative. What you're saying is not a negative.
No, nigga, they just reconstructed this 1850, all the 1800 census were reconstructed in the 1900s.
You don't understand what I just said to you.
You don't get it, bro.
Yo, neck. What schedule? Hold on. Let me go back.
So the National Archives is telling you that the 1850 census, all those census in the 1800s were reconstructed.
They're telling us that. They're not telling us what you're saying. Yeah, bro. You lived in Choctaw County, bro.
No, it ain't no such thing as a Choctaw County, fool. What the fuck are you talking about?
So it says free inhabitants in whatever the hell this says right here in the county of Choctaw.
There is no Choctaw County.
Once again, on the screen, I have a census. Everybody can see that I have a census of 1880 right here. So what you
you're not sharing your screen. You're not sharing the screen.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought it was sharing though. Oh no, I got the goddamn images up. My bad. Boom. So there you go. Let me move the Mossy logo. No, you can see it. You can see it with the Mossy logo right there. So right here, what is this? Longship something. And the inhabitants in whatever in the county of Choctaw, state of Mississippi, enumerated by me on the 7th day of October, 1880. Bro, I got
Sean.
Huh?
He tried to say that all the censuses are in the same handwriting.
They are, sir. Pull up any census.
Hold on. Absolutely. Lee, hold on. Absolutely. No,
niggas.
I'm not. Lee, I'm not done talking. Hold on. Chill out. So again, we can go to each census, right? And we can see the actual marshal who did it. And of course, if it's the same person, it's going to have the same writing. But if we go to a whole nother state or something, it's not going to be the same writing. If we go to 2 counties over, it's not going to be in the same writing.
Yes, it is, sir.
No, it's we could debunk that real quick.
You haven't debunked anything I've said today. You guys haven't proved you're African by a long shot.
Hold on.
So far, you guys are all Aboriginal also.
Yo, absolute, you're lying, bro. You're lying.
And you know that was reconstructed. You know this was reconstructed.
Lying and deflecting. You're lying and deflecting.
You know what's crazy?
You're trying to run away from the real evidence. They're showing primaries. You ain't showing shit.
Choctaw County. The shit keeps saying Choctaw. Bro, listen. What I'm on right now, look what I'm on right now. And all of this is the fucking census records. Look at this. Index of Mississippi Choctaw Census 1860.
Go to hold on, I'm gonna tell you which one to go to. Go can you go to the year 1880? Do they got that for 1880?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, you're not on Ancestry, are you? Because I can just send you the link on Ancestry.
Nah, I ain't on there. I'm on 1870. All of this is Choctaw County, Neshoba County, Smith County, Winston County, 1870, 1880 census. Let me see if this site will pull it up. Or if it take me to the whole other one.
Oh, I'm gonna see if I can find it on Family Search real quick.
To the fucking other one. Yo, absolute. We ain't got a lot to kick it, bro.
Oh no, I ain't even got to lie. I'm telling you, all the 1800 census were reconstructed.
They wasn't.
They wasn't, bro.
Wasn't.
Making up something.
No. Make him show that shit. Sean, make him show that. Since it's been since you know it's been reconstruction, show that.
You are not a coincidence. No, he can't show that.
Oh, I know.
No, it actually tells you who recreated it. I'm telling you, it says Family Search and Ancestry.com collaborated and reconstructed this census, all the 1800 census.
What you're reading is not what it is saying. It's a comprehension problem because I was listening to you when you were saying it, and then I was over here like, yo, wait a minute. And then read what you read again and listen.
No, Sean, well, show me the original paperwork then. If you don't have the original paperwork, this is a reconstruction, okay?
What do you talk? See, that's what you're trying to imply. That what I showed earlier was a copy of the original document when it was going through the census.
Now show me a
this one right here is a facsimile. Do you know what a facsimile is?
No, show me a different census with that same type of handwriting or with that different type of handwriting.
Do you know what a facsimile is? Yes or no?
Of course I do, sir.
Okay, what's a facsimile?
No, explain your point.
What's a facsimile?
Explain your point.
What's a facsimile?
Explain your point, bro.
Look at all these white people right here. What's a facsimile?
No, explain your point.
I just need
Stop
you to
being
tell
redundant.
Me. No, I'm asking. I need to make sure that you understand what a facsimile is.
Just make sense out of what you're trying to say, bro.
All right. So anyway, when Not a Coincidence told you earlier.
So pull that census up I got in the back.
Okay.
You don't know what a facsimile is, bro?
It's a copy of the original.
It's a copy, bro. The original document. That's what it is.
All they do is take photographs of this and upload
them. and you saying it's a reconstruction. So that's the way you're perceiving it to be.
Yo, but Sean, you heard me?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up. I gotta sign
Ancestry and Family Search used our data to recreate these 1800 censuses.
But it doesn't change the fact.
Yo, absolutely. Where was John Brown born?
I'm pretty sure you got it in your woodworks now.
Why you gotta be so like disingenuous, bro?
Because
where was he born?
I mean, really, you guys haven't proved that you're African, so you guys got enough info to tell me where I'm from, but none of you guys have proved any African like ancestry as of yet.
Right. Hold on. Absolutely. Was he born in South Carolina?
No, he wasn't.
Where was he born in?
He was born in Mississippi.
Nigga be lying. Yo, he tried to dodge that shit. He tried to dodge that shit quick. He's like, no.
No, I ain't even lying. I mean, I really ain't lying.
Or maybe you don't know.
Yeah,
maybe you don't know.
I bet you I know. No, that's not even a question to ask me if I know. I actually know.
I don't think you know.
And again, so wait, after the Racial Integrity Act, people were being called colored.
No, you said it was reconstruction, bro, and it's not no reconstruction.
I'm trying to explain to you how it got reconstructed, but
we're not listening to that. We're not listening to that because it's not true. It's not true, bro.
It is true.
No, it is not. It is simply telling
you the Integrity Act isn't true.
The original and uploading it, and you're saying no. You're saying no.
Sean.
Say no.
Listen, demonstration beats conversation. So show us, absolutely.
Okay,
instead of telling us, show us.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a great example. Okay, during the 1900s.
Show us. You're talking again. You talking.
I'm about to show you too. I can pull it up. During the 1900s, they started calling us colored. So I'm gonna pull that up. When did we become colored? But pull that up. They were not calling us black before they started calling us color. Black came in the 1960s, late 50,
What?
1950s. So that's a
No,
late
we just
term
showed
that
you a census with the word black on it, bro.
I just told you that was reconstructed, didn't I?
No, it's
Yeah,
not
but
reconstructed.
no, Sean, he gotta show us how it is. Show us. Don't come on.
Okay, wait. During the 1900s, all the way up into the 1960s, we were being called colored. You couldn't drink at a colored water fountain. It never said you can't drink at a black water fountain. Fucking dummy.
Where John Brown at? Neck.
So when did you guys ever see a sign that said you can't drink at a
Hold
black
on.
water fountain or drink out of this black water fountain
Bro,
or
you
this
is
is only for
tripping.
blacks? No, it never said anything
All
like
these
that.
people on this census is black. There goes
That's a reconstruction.
It's not a reconstruction. It's a fucking photocopy
Sean,
out of the book.
look at 15. Look at number 15. On the left
Nobody
hand
was being
side, you
called
see the
black
number?
in the
Got it
1800s.
right here. Right here. John Brown, right here. Black, male, 28. Right here, black. What is the B for? It says right here, number 4. Color, white, W, black, B, mulatto, M, Indian, I. So if you was an Indian, you put an I on there. Where the fucking Indians at? Where your
Nigga,
people?
I'm telling you, that is reconstructed and nobody was
This
printing
ain't
on
no
an Excel.
reconstructed.
Wait,
Bro, this is
nobody
not a
was using an Excel
This is
spreadsheet
not
to
a
write down anything. Show
this is
me
not
the original.
This is a copy of the original. This is
We
not
don't.
an
No, it's not.
spreadsheet.
It's not a copy of the original.
Yes,
It's
it
not.
is. Look at
no,
the
that's a
fucking book
reconstructed
pages
piece
right
of
here,
paper.
bro.
That
What
is
are
a
you talking about?
reconstructed piece of paper.
No, it is
And I'm
not.
telling you,
How? It's a photocopy. Look at the goddamn. Have you
it's
ever seen a
not.
binder? Have you ever seen a
Nobody
binder?
was using
Have
Excel
you ever seen a
spreadsheets
binder?
back then, sir.
Have you ever seen a? This ain't a spreadsheet. Look at the binder. It's a
Nigga,
fucking
that is
binder
an
right
Excel
here.
spreadsheet. What the fuck are you talking about? That's an Excel
Not a
spreadsheet.
spreadsheet.
You
This
you
is
about
not an
dumb as hell, bro.
This is not an Excel spreadsheet, bro. How the fuck is this an Excel spreadsheet with this information? Excel don't even
Nigga,
let
that's the
you
header on an Excel spreadsheet. That's a header on an Excel
You can't
spreadsheet, and the
do
lower part
this
is the
on
Excel
an
spreadsheet part,
Excel
sir.
spreadsheet.
Nigga, that is Excel
No,
spreadsheet
it's not.
documentation.
Look at this. Look at this.
Man, you're
I can
not
go a
smart,
page
bro.
over. I can go a page over. What are you talking
So they
about?
put a bunch of Excel spreadsheets into a book
No,
online,
it's
sir.
not. Yo,
That is not the
you being
original census.
disingenuous, bro. You being
I'm
disingenuous.
not being
You are, man.
disingenuous.
You know,
I do have the act.
I was trying to deal with your bullshit for as long as I could, bro, and you just being disingenuous. I can't do it because I wasn't yelling at you
So
or nothing, bro. You was sitting
I
here.
wanted to show him something real quick.
You want to show him something?
Yeah,
What you
let
want
me
to show him?
find it. I'm about to just show him my people real quick.
Okay.
In 2 seconds.
Let me know when you're ready. This nigga sitting here talking about it's an Excel spreadsheet. Ain't no goddamn Excel spreadsheet. Everybody know that they download census records to computers so people can find their ancestry, bro. Like, quit playing. Number 15 is John Brown, bro. Nigga on here black. 28 years old black. Fuck out of here, bro. You ain't want to show us that shit. Yo, Cali, where you go? Yo, still in the motherfucker tripping, bro. He said he's a crayon eater. J. Cal ain't playing. Every time y'all do this shit, man, y'all take us directly to the motherfucking Africans, bro. The people of African descent, bro. Every single fucking time. Let me go back a little bit more. Yo, Nak, you ain't saying nothing. You're on mute. Okay, all right. Cool. So this is the 1880 census, as Nak said right here, bro. All these people are tied into it. There go John Brown right there. He go Rebecca Brown. Deceased. Let's see. If this the same Rebecca Brown he was throwing up 1855. Yep. Same Rebecca Brown. Let's find this heifer on there. What number is Rebecca? She number 16. John Brown is number 15. Rebecca number 16. Vinny is number 17. And Benjamin is number 18. Here go your relatives. All right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vinny is a female. So Rebecca and Vinny are females. John is a male. And Benjamin is a male. Benjamin is 9. So it says that's the son. So Benjamin is the son. Vinny is the daughter. Rebecca is the wife of John Brown. And this is he's a farmer. He's a farmer, a laborer. Yeah, this him. I seen that somewhere else. Mississippi. This your people, bro.
And they was born in South Carolina. Why he lying?
Yeah. Why you?
But look, I put a census in the back, a 1910 census.
Damn, this nigga be lying, bro. He ain't have to lie to us like that. That's why he didn't want to click on that hint, bro. I was like, nah. I was like, hold on. I know when I see green. I know when I see green, you supposed to hit that goddamn thing.
He could have easily fucking showed the record. Oh, he said they on the Dogs Road. Why he ain't show it?
Right. You could have showed that. It don't show his name on there because he ain't on the Dogs Road since he trying to hide his name. That nigga know. He know if we get his first name, it's a rap for his ass. We probably can still find his motherfucking name. Get back.
You pulled it up?
Yeah, bro. Who I'm looking for? Halle Bun. What number?
Yeah, Halle Bun. No, you don't got it on the screen though. He all the way at the bottom.
Oh,
This is my second great grandfather. So just look at what he's identified as.
Black?
Nah, just look.
Oh. Hold on. I gotta zoom in. You said Halle Bun? Here you go, right
Halle
here.
Bun. What does it say here?
Indian?
Okay. I thought you said that why is he labeled Indian? But they changed it all, right?
Yeah, it's right there. Hold on, let me zoom in more for the people so they don't know that they don't think it's fake, faking it. So there you go right there. IND. Yeah. This numerator is in cursive.
So how come they reconstructed it for them, but not for me?
Right. And look at all the white people right there. They go to B's for the blacks though.
Yeah.
Census.
We got black people, white people, Indian.
Yeah, so, black people, white people, Indian on the census right here. And this census is what, 1870?
Nah, that's 1910.
Oh, 1910, okay.
Yeah. But remember, he said they went back and changed them all.
Yeah, he did say that. He said that, and then this census showed up.
And he's mixed. You know what I'm saying? He's mixed.
Desmond said Indian.
Oh, Desmond out there?
Yeah, Desmond in the chat, your cousin.
Yeah, and me and him, we probably both related to that same person, the Bun. And that's my second great grandfather.
That's what I'm saying, bro. There's like no reason to hide this shit. If you Indian, bro, we gon' you was right. We apologize. We gonna tell you that, and we gonna let you run rampant. You know what I'm saying? But you would have already been on the ABOS channels running rampant anyway if you had that shit say. And if they did, no, hold on. This is what's crazy to me, is that you, Turtle Gang, Eric, Vyasa, like you niggas could be the ultimate ABOS, right? Because y'all the Indian in y'all family, right? But y'all ain't even doing that shit. That's the crazy part about all of this.
Shit don't make no sense. Because it's not even like we trying to take the Indian ancestry from them. Because, yeah, it's cool. There's a lot of black people mixed with Indians, but y'all trying to say y'all are the original Indians. It don't work like that. It don't work like that.
Y'all been here and shit.
It don't work like that. It
Yeah,
don't work like that at all.
yeah, absolutely. You was lacking again, and I was just trying to buy time, bro. I knew it too. I said, not a coincidence listening to this shit.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep on click on this person, click on that.
You know I was ordered.
Hey, but
And
look
you
though,
see,
to the right though. You ain't even gotta make nothing up, bro. More information, race, Indian,
hmm
relationship, children, boom. Like yo, let's go back to this. We'll go back to this next shit.
and you see when we pull that census up, he can't even say, "Oh, that's not his people." He know that's his people.
Look, yeah, show shit right there. Yeah, that nigga tripping, bro. What's wrong with that nigga, bro? Hold on. This your census. Where the other shit at? Where my other? Here you go. I'm on Rebecca Brown. What's Rebecca Brown? Race, black, female. This is people, bro. They go to children. All the children right there. Right here in the shit. Muggy. Look how I start off with him, John Brown. And then it lists all the children. Wife, daughter, son, daughter. Civility. Yep, civility is the last child. And then it started with a whole nother person. And they all black. And look, right up under civility, which is the last child, it got a white man up under them, and it's a whole nother people. And the white man say farmer.
Yo, but Sean, didn't I say all he gonna do is say everything fake?
Yep, he did too. That nigga said reconstructed. And he said they reconstructed the census records.
Yeah, they reconstruct everybody except for
Like
mine.
they're supposed to be live, yo.
They do that to everybody except for my people.
When
That
you
shit don't
live.
make no sense.
Oh shit, he got off. What's up?
Who else up here? Who that?
Attention.
When you live, bro, 7 o'clock.
This is your 18-minute warning. You've been slaying ABOS for 4 hours.
Yeah, I can't even hear them. Damn, man.
Yeah, you can't hear Panther. He talking. Yeah, I can hear him. You can't.
Oh, I'm about to leave and come back.
All right. Yeah. Your show started at 7? I mean, my
show
time
starts at 8, sir.
Oh, yeah. That's
EST.
7 my time. I got you.
Yes,
I'm dropping the link in the
7
chat.
your time, sir. I need the platform. You have slayed enough.
Look at this message I get.
Sean, you muted.
Man, I'm being harassed, bro. But I'm here now. So yeah. Panther got a show today in like 17 minutes. He gave me an 18-minute warning.
Yes.
Yeah. Same channel, same bad time, same bad channel.
What's the show about?
We're gonna drop the link. He doing his show. Hold on, I'm gonna drop it in the chat.
All right, I'm out.
All right. Yeah, man. That boy was lying. Absolute. Shout out to you for lying. Yo, what up, Vyasa?
Peace, Sean. I don't know if Panther's still on here, but peace, Panther. What up, not a sick?
Nah, he getting ready for a show.
What up, Vyasa?
Not too much. I've been driving and getting ready for work. Finally parked up here at the job site, so I'll jump on. Unfortunately, it's already closing time.
Oh yeah, you late.
I
Hey, what was you
just
saying?
got off of work.
What was you saying about the land allotment? Because people try to use that a lot, but now we know that he was lying though. Because you know what I mean, he was naming the goddamn, and I'm gonna show people.
There's a couple of things to unpack to his narrative. Yes, there's a city called Agency, Mississippi. Yes, it was nicknamed Choctaw Agency, but that's because the Bureau of Indian Affairs, when they hit Mississippi, they had three dominant spots: Agency, Natchez, and somewhere else. Where his narrative makes you scratch your head is Choctaw period having personal property there during the time of Indian removal. The overall goal of the agency, Choctaw Agency, was to excuse me, enforce Indian removal. Now, where he takes the shotgun to his foot is said when he says his people signed the dolls. If they signed the dolls, they only would have been granted land allotments in Indian territory. Goes along with Indian removal. So even if they were his family and they signed the dolls, if they received land via the Choctaw, it would have been solely in Indian territory. It wouldn't have happened there. Not even
And
for not even
not in
for a pure
Mississippi,
blood.
right?
I'm telling you, you can
It would have been removed.
anybody can do a quick Google and it'll verify this. Not even pure bloods was given land allotments in Mississippi.
Uh huh.
Even they would have had to come to Indian territory at the time.
That's a fact.
Right.
It all goes into the Indian removal. That was the whole point of, I don't want to say
Well,
union because depending on how far we're going into this, because it begins in the 1820s. But that's the whole point of the federal agents being there. Hence, Choctaw Agency. Those wasn't Choctaw people. Those was white people working for the federal government. That was military
Hey,
people.
hey, listen to this. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, listen to this real quick. We got 13 minutes. Governor workers were employed at an agency as early as 1813, and Colonial Ward was in charge. Ward's house fronted on the north side of Robinson Road and consisted of two large rooms made of hen logs. The cellar was made of bricks and described as a dungeon used to confine fugitive slaves. Slaves who fled plantations in Mississippi and Alabama would seek asylum with the Choctaw people. The Choctaw themselves, slave owners, would deliver the fugitives to Colonial Ward, who would lock them in the stocks in the cellar. The early settlement also had storehouse, blacksmith shops, and stables. Basically, this is coming up out of agency, whereas you can see it right there on the map, agency, Mississippi, right? This is going back and also qualifying with what Vyasa is saying. But here's the trick part of all of this. The Choctaw was sending the motherfucking people back to the agents.
Who else do you see doing this? Just a
The
different
Ku Klux
state.
Klan.
You see the Seminoles doing it.
Oh yeah, the Seminoles do that shit.
This
And the
this
Klan
is
in the area too, but that's
this
wrong.
this goes into the negotiation or the pacification amongst the natives. Okay, y'all don't want to leave. Here's one of the things you can do. Help us capture these Negroes, and we'll let you have this little area. You get what I'm saying, Sean?
Yeah.
So that's gonna happen. It's some kind of like treaty of soak, guards soak, maybe. That's when you start seeing the Choctaws themselves down there in Mississippi start breaking into personal property. But guess who that would have been? That would have been those participating in trade, which leads you right back into putting us in slavery.
That boy Choctaw Mac, boy. I mean, that ain't Choctaw Mac. That absolutely, boy. Y'all be trying.
I don't even.
Yo, Nack, you sound robotic as fuck, yo.
Yeah, you chopped up, man. The only reclassification that he can argue with Choctaws goes into this is why I asked him or asked you to make him quote the two brothers. And that's when they
Yeah.
switch from Chickasaws to Choctaw. He's not gonna find anything else.
I mean, he gave us a good run, but he did not want to show his hand because if he was confident about his people being Choctaw, he would immediately show that shit. He wouldn't have had to come over here to show that shit. He would have showed that shit on the on AP channel. right? He would have been bragging about this shit, and AP would have had that nigga on every show.
And well, what you just said, to this day, they still prideful people. And I'm not saying it to take a shot at them, but that's a key component leading into their poverty rate. It's because you're talking about nomadic people who never had the concept of personal property. So once again, he finds himself in conflict because if they Choctaw, they not thinking like white people and carving out land for themselves. They got community land, the culture, the nation within itself owned land to collectively, but individuals, no, they didn't think that way. Still to this day. This is where Frederick Douglass makes a distinction in between us and them and said, we're moving into civilization, but natives are, and I hate to say it this way, but are savages. And he probably gave that speech around the same time.
Yeah.
It's in that Leave the Negro Be speech.
Yeah, this for not a coincidence right here, yo. One time this for not a coincidence.
Yo,
Choctaw.
Sean, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
No?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Man, he fell off.
But just think about it, Sean. What would any of the natives need post offices for?
Man, shit, I don't know,
That's
bro.
that's
That's
that's the
weird.
military. That's a dead giveaway.
Hmm.
The middle word in itself tells all. Post. That's why they shipping goods, supplies, and getting into the trade.
Yeah.
Like it's not the same post office as we think of today. It's not. What is it? UPS. It's not that
US,
at this time.
USPS.
Yeah, yeah. It's not that at this time.
Yo, Nat.
Yo, yo.
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh yeah. My shit keep going out. I don't know what's up with this shit.
Yeah, it's tripping.
Oh. But yeah, I don't think they understand who they be dealing with when they be coming up here trying to lie. Like, I don't know, man. But
Hmm.
that shit was terrible. Like, it wasn't even a good lie. And
He
all he
tried
could
to. He shared the screen, but then he was trying to fight. Like I knew, like I was trying not to get agitated, but I knew when he started not want to click on shit, and he kept on saying, "Well, I'm trying to hide my name." Man, we don't care nothing about your name, bro. How you
hey,
gonna give us your last name and think we can't find your first name, bro?
he's trying to do more than hide his name. And yeah, we don't even really we don't need your name. We looking for your ancestors that you claim is X, Y, and Z. That's what we looking for.
Yeah, but you are aware that once we go back to his parents, that we gonna end up with some slaves popping up,
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
we gonna end up with them being owned by them white people in the area. What was his people name? What was that dude name again?
John Brown,
Yeah, John Brown. John Brown. John Brown.
married to Rebecca Brown, who had a son, Benjamin Brown, who married Angie Barnes.
I probably had some on him on the next show. The reason that I'm saying that is because it's gonna take us to the slaves of Okeechobee County, 1860 slaveholders. So there's a you got ancestry.com, right? Yo, Nat.
Oh me, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got answers.
I know I think some information was on Family Search. But yeah, so
Yeah, no, I said that because you wasn't logged in the ancestry. I knew it'd be easier just to pull it up that way.
yeah.
Yeah.
But nah, I'm gonna get into looking into who own the people or where his name show up. I don't know. I don't even care because the Thompson name does show up. It shows up under slaves. And it says that they were African Americans.
Yeah.
It literally. So I'm looking at people. Okeechobee County, Mississippi, largest slaveholders from 1860 slave census schedules and surname matches for African Americans on the 1870 census.
Mm-hmm.
So under that right there, we find the Thompsons, John Thompson.
You see any Browns?
Nope. Cause they in South Carolina, you know that.
Oh yeah. He was born in South Carolina. That's a fact.
So part of his family, I think the Thompsons, because he says he's a Thompson. So part of the Thompsons I find, and they're owned by a dude named John Thompson. He had 194 slaves, and then there was, and this is in Okeechobee.
Do you see any barns?
Hold up, barns. Nah, I don't see barns here.
But they did get married. They got married in 1898. So
yeah,
they could have been moved around and all that. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but nah. So I'm gonna end the show, yo, and we'll reconvene. I think we'll do something Sunday or something like that. I don't know. You know, I really wanted to keep beating up on the Negro shit because the Negro shit is significant as it pertains to how these people are identifying themselves as Negro, but then they don't want to, you know what I mean? The Negro come from Africa.
Yeah.
That's something. There's a schoolhouse in Okeechobee County, Mississippi, where all the black kids went. Just so you know. But this early 1940s though, what I'm looking at. So that just let you know I'm just trying to walk them down. But but yeah, the plantation. Hold on, let me see. John Brown. Nah. What is plantation at? Oh no, I'm gonna work on it, and then we'll get to it Sunday. If you live or somebody live, or if you going live later on.
I'll probably go live tomorrow.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then we reconvene tomorrow. All right, y'all. So listen, I'm dropping a link to a chat to Brother Black Panther show. It's the Our Meta podcast. It's Yoruba culture and shit. So people looking at reacclimating themselves is definitely one to watch. I'll be tapped in and support. So make sure y'all meet me there, man. He'll be live in a few minutes. And on that note, we out of this bitch. And we appreciate the ABOS for showing up as well, even if they was lying. Peace out.
Peace.
From Africa, but they will be able to tell you about Africa. They wouldn't be vaguely saying they from Africa, brother. Like when a European says I'm from Europe, he doesn't say I'm from Europe. He says I'm from Germany. I'm from a particular province. I still got people out there, right? You know, when people say hold on. When people say they from Asia, they tell you where about from Asia they from. They tell you their province. They tell you they still got people out there. These people will confirm that they are indeed a part of their heritage. But you niggas was calling y'all African? Oh, mysteriously, you have no contact with the people you say you descend from. So I don't believe you.
Hating Africa and hating the African, we ended up even hating ourselves without even realizing it. Because you can't hate the roots of a tree and not hate the tree. The roots of a tree and not hate the tree.
You ain't no Indian, please try again. Everybody know you's an African. And Malcolm X said, you can't hate the root without hating the tree. Now take a look at you, you's a wannabe Cherokee. And I told you before, you need some therapy. And why you never show the genealogy? You owe your ancestors an apology. And you know they turning over inside of their graves just because you don't wanna come from a slave. So you gotta take this whip in. I caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple. Caught another apple. Caught another apple slipping. Hey, caught another apple. Let's go slipping. Hey, caught another apple. Let's go slipping. Hey, caught another apple. Caught another. Let's go. Caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple. Caught another apple. Caught another apple slipping. Yo, check this out, man. You wasn't already here, man. Dane Calloway lied to you, man. The research guy lied to you, man. Karimio lied to you, man. Your ancestors come from Africa, whether you like it or not. So no matter what you do, no matter what you say, you will always be an African. You can't deny the facts. You can't deny the evidence. You can't deny the genealogy. You can't deny the DNA. You can't deny it, man. Whether you like it or not, you are African. Caught an ABOS slipping. That's all we do. That's all we do. Let's go.
Got some dewy-eyed thing that you got a friend. I still ask you to look at that mirror. And if nothing's staring back at you is friendly, then you've got no friend.